try that again. Oh, shit. Yeah, you're right. Haha, there we go. Now it's good, done, ready, good. Yes. And I'm hoping that. Wait, do I? Sorry, I still have this. So I think the cowboy build is probably gonna be a pretty good build for this. Fucking shotguns and like pistols and revolvers and whatnot. Probably just shotguns and revolvers mainly. Okay, I was gonna say like rifles. Okay, what about like the single shots? Or is that snipers technically? Of course. The cowboyest of cowboys. Ooh, that'd be fun. Like an actual, real die-hard playthrough of it. Yeah. Where's this mountain overlooking New Vegas, huh? New Vegas isn't that fucking close to this place. This is bullshit. What the fuck? Am I cultivating potatoes?
When atomic fire consumed the earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming
installing the
tribes.
mods.
As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic.
We should absolutely do that. Clinty,
McGeeastwood. Democracy and the rule of law.
Perfect.
As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River.
You know, I still wonder like what half the copyright violations are. Like, I don't know if I'm allowed to play beginning cutscenes. I know I'm not allowed to play songs.
And restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado,
yeah, I did get a couple of copyright violations on YouTube for that.
A vast army of slaves,
yeah,
forged from the conquest of 86 tribes.
I can. They're probably still up there. I ended up editing, like doing the
just barely against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not.
Yeah, I guess not. It's the fair use copyright hasn't fucking ran out yet. It's not public domain. Does it? Okay.
The New Vegas Strip has stayed
so I mean, eventually I can stream this and play all the music without getting fucking copyright, but. Not right now.
Of rehabilitated tribals
of course.
And police robots.
Yeah.
Are a courier,
there are a couple of things I didn't get copyrighted for, so like
New Vegas Strip.
I think
what seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse.
Oh, cool. So anything from 1930 is fair game, fair play.
You got what you were after.
I just gotta know my years, man.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Oh, look at this fucking loser pissed his pants. Just a little.
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking at them.
Why do they got assless chaps on? What looks to be assless chaps.
Dig. You've made your last.
Their legal code.
Sorry you got twisted.
One of them looks terrified. The other one looks like he's bored of the fuck being here.
From where you're kneeling, must seem like an 18-karat run of bad luck.
The orange-headed one looks like he's about to hit him with a fucking shovel.
The game was rigged from the start.
about that? Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name? I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name. I'm Doc Mitchell. Welcome to Good Springs. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place. How'd I do? Most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered. Okay. No sense keeping you in bed anymore. Let's see if we can get you on your feet. Good. Why don't you walk down to the end of the room? Over by that vigor tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race. Looking good so far. Go ahead and give the vigor tester a try. We'll learn right quick if you got back all your faculties. With luck like yours, I'm surprised them bullets didn't just turn right around and climb back into the gun. Well, we know your vitals are good, but that don't mean them bullets didn't leave you nuttered and a bighorn dropping. What do you say you take a seat on my couch and we go through a couple of questions? See if your dogs are still barking. All right. I'm gonna say a word. I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind. Dog. House. Night. Bandit. Light. Mother. Okay. Before I turn you loose, I need one more thing from you. I got a form for you to fill out so I can get a sense of your medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head. All right, I guess that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out. Here, these are yours. Oh, they call it a... Ain't much. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out too. And the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But try not to get killed anymore.
Everything like that if I wanted, so that's a plus sign.
I'm
Yeah.
currently.
Oh, it looks like the wireless ones are on sale. They're only 70. That's pretty good.
Yeah, they're not bad because it's literally the same headphones except they're wireless, and you could still plug them in if you wanted. So you kind of get
Right.
the best of both, you know.
Yeah, I might just send it.
I
So-
would say that the Corsair Void was probably my best pair of headphones before getting the amp. It's a complete night and day difference when you get something like these. Especially, I don't know. It's just something. Maybe it's because it's amplified that it makes a difference. But I can be a lot more precise. I can almost tell you the degrees of like sound where something came from. It was a surprise. But again, you have to buy the amp. It is a huge upgrade. You know.
Yeah, I
would
probably don't need,
technically agree.
that.
I only did it because my friend was getting rid of their amp. Not that I ever will use the full amp because it's got like you could plug 6 instruments into it if you wanted. I could plug 6 microphones into it. I don't need that much, but it was literally a free amp. So at that point, the cost was only $150 versus $120 for another wireless pair of headphones, basically. So the cost really wasn't that big of a difference at that point.
To let you guys know, I am streaming my Fallout New Vegas on Twitch right now.
Okay.
It's just gonna be on the Fallout New Vegas thing the whole time. So the most they'll hear is just us playing D&D.
Not that it technically matters, because if I wanted to annoy all of you, I could just put all the D&D
Yo.
stuff up. Because in order to remember stuff, I just
What's your
have
Twitch?
OBS.
I'll follow your Twitch.
It is Metallotrocus. Hold on, I'll put it in the.
I've got it already, I think.
I believe so. I think you're a moderator.
Yes, that's why I believe I could just go and get it. Oh, I clicked the category instead of your channel. There you go.
You're a Beans moderator of the Beans channel.
I guess I'll put it in the campaign chat. There we go. There you go.
Hell yeah.
I can get that way faster than you can unless you have it open right now. So.
No, I don't. I have to go through Google and tab out of my heavily modded fucking Fallout New Vegas right now.
You can probably crash it.
No, actually, this thing is running pretty smoothly.
That's a miracle.
Yeah, I had to tab out like
Any of
5
those
different
titles,
times.
Like you're lucky if you survive a tab out in Skyrim sometimes, let alone
Wait,
Oh
if
my
I
God,
talk,
yeah.
do I show up on the?
yeah, you probably will, maybe?
I
Yeah.
do show up. Okay, that's funny.
Yeah, our Discord thing is right up in the top there, but they're
Alright.
the names are shortened.
Yeah, it just says S, but I know. Alright.
What I want to do is I either want to turn. I'm gonna post this on YouTube after I'm done. Then I want to turn it into either a supercut or I want to just like kind of cut. Or just like one long video, or I want to either or cut it up and put it into like shorter segments. But I don't know how that would work.
Howdy. What
Also,
can Easy Pete
apparently,
do for you?
Ted's now at full
Bob
health.
here?
Yeah, I see him there. I don't know if he can talk though.
The machine?
Or if he's
Harmless,
muted.
no
Might
matter
be
what
muted.
Trudy says.
He is now.
She thinks it's hiding something, but I think it's just a broken down relic with no place to be.
Also, apparently, I know Ted took a greater healing potion, right? But I don't think he was supposed to be at full health. I don't know how he's gotten to full health.
Magic.
I didn't state how much health.
Was a prospector until I decided
could
to
have
settle
restored
here
38
to get
hit
away
points, but I
from
didn't
the
think he
NCR.
did.
Super amounts of
Now,
magic.
we'll just take it easy and help
Yeah,
out
apparently
with the
Ted's just
Brahmin and Bighorners.
Magic.
Meat and hide mostly. Can't put a pack on them. You just lay down until
What?
you take it off.
Oh,
Can find a bunch
Ted's
of wild
magic.
ones high up in the
Yeah,
hills.
Ted's apparently magic
You gotta
because
be
he somehow
careful
got
around 'em. They can put up a decent
38 hit
fight
points
if
from a
cornered.
spirit healing potion, which I don't remember stating in the entire thing, and I have an entire video of the whole fight, which took you 2.5 hours.
Don't get me wrong. The
By the way,
NCR's got a
okay.
lot of decent folk in it. It's just
So I
that they make
guess-
you part of them, whether you like it
If
or
everybody is ready.
not. Towns like Good Springs and Krim
Let me get
don't
my
stay
dice out. I'm
independent
not gonna
for
be able to
long.
move around on the map
Not if
or
you've got something
really
the
even see the
NCR
map. So
I mean,
Still,
No,
the
let's keep
NCR
dying.
keeps
I don't think we're doing much today. Like I said, I think me and Tim were
yeah,
talking.
I'm only gonna be here until 7:30, 8 o'clock because I'm kind of tight on time,
yeah, that's fair.
and
find my dice.
we're gonna do a level up. So as long as you have your dice,
Level up. Where did I put
no
my
one
dice at?
acknowledged except for so I'm making the message that that I was planning to do a level up. So yeah. So
Where
are
the
we all
fuck?
ready? Recap.
Not
That was
just
a
yet.
3.5 page recap.
I have lost my dice. They are gone into the nether.
Question: have you remembered our blue friend, or
There
have
we
you
are.
already forgotten him?
Which one?
The blue
The
friend.
Raheeb.
Raheeb.
Rahib.
Reminding. I mean, he's gonna be he's like half the reason this is 6 pages, not 6 pages, 3 pages
Gotta
long.
be 20 in that hole.
Raheeb, I miss him. I miss my little guy. Yeah, my little guy.
Bro, he could eat you.
Guys, if
Oh.
you-
Nah,
Little.
He's literally eating you, okay?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess literally is the
Oh.
correct word in the essays.
they've
You
moved
say
the
he's
settings.
eaten him.
Interesting. Are we ready?
Yeah, I'm ready to talk
Yes,
to
sir.
Raheeb.
All right. So
They're slavers,
last time,
led by a guy named Caesar.
You all decided to
Kind
take
sort.
a
Not
long
sure
rest
how
to
you're supposed to
recuperate
say it.
some strength
A couple of
after
years
a
ago, they tried to take over Hoover
touchy
Dam,
fight
but
with
the
a
NCR beat
Bahir.
them back. The NCR didn't or couldn't
The rest went
finish
without
the job.
much issue.
The
However,
Legion's got its
Bob
strength back,
once again
and
had
is getting
another
ready for
dream
another
during
round
the
at
long
the
rest
dam.
of that
My money's
strange
still on the
forest.
NCR winning, but you never
This
know.
time, though, a
We've
voice
been hearing
helped you
stories
through the
about
woods
legionaries on the
and out
Nevada
into a
side of the
more
river.
familiar
So
place,
keep a gun handy. You don't
the
want to get
Jalorian
caught by them.
wilderness. After this, you all awoke to find that the Bahir was barely healed, if at all healed. With everyone awake, you began to speak to the Bahir, starting first by asking the name of the Bahir. However, the Bahir did not recall any name for itself. Afterward, you went on a tangent to figuring out a name, ultimately settling on Rahib. At least for the moment, anyway. Rahib continued on talking to you all, stating that he was stuck there for years, or at least what he thought was years, centuries, decades. He wasn't really sure. However, Rahib remembered friends, powerful friends. However, remembered nothing about them. Rahib knew that the powerful friends spoke of were not you. However, you did remind him of those friends. Rahib continued to say that he was given a purpose that he was unable to overcome for a while,
Keep your gun
at least
handy
until
if you go poking around some
you
of
all arrived. That purpose was to guard an entrance to a terrific place. I guess it doesn't matter. The way I stated that is weird in my notes. Never mind. Rahib restated that the form that you saw there presently was not the real form. That form before you was nothing but a fragment of a self that was sent to guard this entrance. He mentioned that it was the only remaining strong fragment of what they were. Rahib remembered a large creature with giant wings and great power atop a ruined structure, which had done this to all powerful friends. Rahib mentioned that the creature was believed to exist below him. Rahib also mentioned that this creature that he spoke of was running from something. It was afraid of something. It now tortures the fragmented remains of people as the creature is afraid of those fragments. You all then attempted to persuade Rahib to help you find Arlonis, in exchange for helping him, of course. However, due to the struggles of battle and being a fragmented being, Rahib's recovery rate was much, much slower than most other creatures. Rahib did, however, state that perhaps answers were below in the ruins that he was guarding. While you were deciding how to proceed with the deadline of the Eight-Eyed Shadows coming soon, as well as a potential lack of preparation for a second adventure, when Rahib answered your weariness with the following: powerful friends made mistake, or not prepared. I understand that you cannot help right away. You best know what to prepare for, though. And then he revealed the entrance to the lower part of the ruins. So Amek, you decided to ask one final question of Rahib. Salmic, you asked if he knew a creature named Lord Crappington. Rahib answered with the following. Creatures of great renown exist beyond planes, much like I exist fragmented between planes. I cannot speak of the creature you speak of, but it does exist in a place maybe not much different than here. Afterward, you all descended below to figure out what you needed to prepare for in the future. When Bob, you got two senses in the lower structure of the ruins. One that felt like a place where you came from, and the other sense of a place in which you stayed. Left was the path from which you came from, and right was the path from which you would stay, for future references for you guys. Bob, you decided to check the left path, and when you walked up this pathway, suddenly your ears were filled with the sound of thunder and crackling lightning striking the ground. You found yourself standing at a familiar ruined structure to before. However, you now stood looking out into a massive lightning storm, and a large floating island with other islands in the distance. At the other side of the island was a large castle-like structure with a village located in the center. In the far distance was a flying creature that mimics the appearance of the creature Rahib mentioned. Afterwards, you decided to return down to find Sawamik staring into a bluish crystal which was in the center of the room. As you looked inside the crystal, Sawamik, suddenly it turned to darken.
Cheyenne, stay.
And for a moment,
Don't worry.
all
She
you
won't
saw
bite
was
unless I
a
tell her to.
large eye looking back before it swam away. Both Sawamik
I
and
guess
Bob
there's a thing or two I could
noticed
show
that
you.
the large
Sounds like you need all the help you can get
body
after
of
what they done to
endless
you.
water in
Meet
the
me
crystal
outside, behind the saloon.
only seems to exist in one place, the astral sea. And the creature that you just saw must inhabit
Hello.
that plane. Inhabit that plane, brain. The creature appeared to be looking for something, or someone. Following this, you decided to check the other staircase. At the end of the staircase, suddenly you all found yourself in a ruined structure.
See the sarsaparilla bottles on the fence
Thrillman,
there?
Ted, and Bob
this and try to hit a
instantly recognized this place
couple of them.
as the destroyed church just outside of Justra. A place where you fought a handful of the Dark Hand
That's the right idea. Look down the sight.
over the Ring of
Try
Terra
crouching down
and the
and staying
stolen
still.
ring
It'll help your aim.
from the Astral Magician.
Nice shot. Well, that's a start.
Following this
But I don't reckon you
discovery,
came to me
you
to
all
learn to fight
returned
sarsaparilla
to the
bottles.
ruined structure
Tell you
within the
what,
cavern.
I gotta
And
go
before-
chase geckos away from our water
Before
supply
leaving,
anyway.
you
Darn
spent a
critters are attracted
short
to it.
amount of
Why
time
don't you
splitting
come
up
along?
items and preparing for the upcoming journey forward.
Follow me. It's
Shortly
just down
into
to
the
southeast a
pathway,
short
the
ways.
cavern narrowed to a small opening. And at the opening was a very large group of hunters and mirrors guarding the way forward. Sneaking forward, you all discussed the plan on how to avoid them if at all possible. However, before you were able to reach any of them, two hunters flew above, carrying two humanoid figures. And instantly, all the hunters and mirrors followed those two forward. Quickly but silently following them, you found yourself in a large room with a ruined structure at the end of it. The shadows were traveling towards that structure. In the distance, you could see Arlonis approaching the structure, realizing that you only had maybe a matter of a few minutes before Arlonis arrives at the structure. You all took off in a sprint to reach the ruins in time. Despite the challenges before you, all of you kept up the sprint well. However, Bob and Sawamik did fall behind slightly. Upon arrival,
Hear that up on the
you
ridge
saw
behind me
that
there?
the
We got some
humanoid
geckos
figures
to
that
clear
were
out.
carried
Bunch of little
over
monsters
to the
is what they
structure
are.
appeared like
Let's see if we can
copies
get a little
of
closer.
Arlonis
If we
and
move quietly,
assumed
we can get the jump on 'em.
Azrael
More likely to hit something
from what
vital
the
that way.
shadows well, you gleam those from the shadows. However, at the moment of realization, you watched as Arlonis took 2 revolvers and fired at the copies of himself, disintegrating them instantly.
You're on. Go give him hell.
Shard, who is at the center, was in shock as he watched them disintegrate to dust. Despite the shadow muffs on your ears, you could hear the loud screams from the Shard. However, following this, looking closer now at Arlonis, you could now see a bluish steam coming off of him. He dropped both weapons in hand to the ground.
There's 2 more wells that still need clearing.
The Shard angrily turned towards him, telling Arlonis that there is one thing that he could no longer stop.
Shouldn't take
now,
more than a couple minutes,
as you watch the
especially with 2 of
Queen's
us.
eye in the center begin to turn into a vortex and glow. Arlonis, while now on one knee, fires his large weapon that he was still carrying, which, in an explosion of radiant energy, split the group apart from the center of the room, blasting them into pillars. At that point, he basically collapsed to the ground, leaving the rest to all of you. Starting with the upper hand, you all fought against the Shard. And while the Shard was able to long-term stall the fight, there was no stopping you with the power of Death Ward and Bless. Eventually, he ran out of resources. With no allies remaining, completely depleted, and horribly outmatched in close combat at this point, you all managed to stack the damage against the Shard.
Holy moly.
And, in the last
if you didn't
moments,
come here like
defeat
you've done,
him
I'd be a goner for sure.
with Ted
I
firing
came up here to draw
a
water,
short
but
bow
here,
arrow.
you should have what I
radiant
got.
Energy.
You look thirsty.
That is where we are going to pick up for tonight's session, with the arrow flying through the air.
Hits him in the nutsack. He fumbles to the ground.
As the arrow flies, in the shadow
Now that was some
form
good work.
of the Shard is
Even got a
currently
little excited there at
dissipated,
the
but
end.
looking like it's going
Here's
to
a little
reform.
spending money
The
for the
radiant
trouble.
arrow flew
One more
through,
thing I wanted to show
dissolving
you.
any hope
Thought I
of
might
his
teach you about
reform.
living off the land and making
Still,
useful things for yourself.
In front
Interested?
of you, Soamic, the Queen's
All right,
eye
then.
at the center,
What do
still
you think now?
looking
Bring those on
in
back.
your direction. You watch as the Shard dissipates, leaving behind a familiar kind of like markings in the air. You recognize them as the markings from Taya or any of the other shadow markings you've seen so far. It seems to linger. You watch now as the eye, which appears to be staring at you, starts to crack. And you can kind of hear this. It's not necessarily a clear sound, but it's just a sound of like pain from another worldly entity. Just a loud noise that's piercing into your ears, all of you. As you watch as the eye now crumbles into the center. You watch as the 8 eyes surrounding it, one of them, the very top one, now begins to glow a red color before suddenly closing and being only bright. 7 are still open. Additionally, at this moment, as the battle comes to its end, and you're all now starting to take kind of like that breath of, phew, it's over. Not a moment later, was the eye to the top left in your view of the map. Suddenly, it turns green and glows brightly. You will note at this point that despite defeating the Shard, recalling that he had released 2 stages during that, only one marking was present after his defeat. It lingers. As you're all taking that moment to breathe that sigh of relief, your attention's drawn to a much more fading steam of an Arlonis in the corner, still laying down, 2 weapons on the ground and a large weapon laying out in front of him. What are y'all gonna do? There are tables across the way that do appear to have stuff on them, which would be the other 3 tables. They're just not marked on the map. And I would say with passive perception, yes, the golden box that you guys are searching for is clearly laid out on one of those tables.
The box.
Yes. Box.
Where's the box?
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a series of little squares. That's not a little square, but it'll work. Do I have a yellow? I do have a yellow. I'm going to say that the golden box would be there. There is a few objects on this table. And there's a handful more over here as well.
I start running, and I shove Ted out of the way and keep walking.
Well, just reminding that there is a steaming, like, blue steam coming off of Arlonis, who is laying on the ground.
Okay, fine. You're right. I run up to Arlonis, jump over him, and then continue running to the table. I want to check.
As you're running towards the table, right? You are stopped as you notice from above, roughly where the disintegrating dust is still falling to the ground. You notice 2 more of those shadowy kind of markings just lingering. Assumed from the copies that were shot by the disintegrating dust. You can continue over.
Okay, I want to look at this table and what's on it.
On here is... This is probably the least entertaining table overall. This table has a lot of books. Ruined books. Looks like they've been torn through pretty well.
Anything that looks like
investigate.
salvageable? Oh yeah, let's investigate it. Let's go.
As you're kind of looking through it, most of it is junk. It's to a point where, yeah, maybe it could be worth something taking it, but it's well torn apart. As you're looking through, kind of rummaging through some papers, you do find something underneath all of that. It's a... At first, you're not sure what it is. It's some sort of case, but it's thinner. It's like it's not really an envelope, but it's like a sealed, thin box or folder. And it's fully sealed.
Alright, let's see. I'll throw it in the portable hole.
You'll just throw it in there for now, you're not gonna mess with it? Just gonna say, oh, this looks important, throw it in there.
Sealed folder. Alright, throws in portable hole.
Yeah.
Does anyone else want me to do something before I walk off and go to another table?
Yeah, is anybody gonna acknowledge the steaming pile?
Yeah, I'm gonna go for Alonis. Is he like... Is there anything I can do to help him? I still might like lay on hands. Does he want these hands?
On him, bro?
Does he want these hands?
When you get over to him, you will notice that a lot of the form that he had is deteriorating.
Alright, let's see what I can do.
It seemed to occur when he fired the disintegrating bullets basically at the copies of himself. It seemed to have started then.
All right. Well, I don't have any spells.
I do.
You got a revivify in there?
Fuck no, I don't have.
Well, no. Technically, you would know this, Solomon, but he came up as undead
You can't.
when you
Oh.
when you did a sense to
I
him,
can
'cause
sense
he was
undead.
because he came up as kind of ethereal.
All right. Well, I guess we're not reviving him. You want to throw him in the hole?
Ooh, wait. Oh no, I
Do
don't
you
have
get
it
close
prepared.
enough to examine?
Yeah.
Solomon?
Can I do like investigation?
Go ahead, roll an investigation check.
Nat 20, baby.
Okay, well, first off, you definitely do see the 2 revolvers.
Grab him.
Still clearly loaded, with probably more of the same disintegrating ray. The large rifle, which definitely does not have any ammunition in it at this point, and appears to, at least from your quick investigation, kind of moving around, focusing more on him than the weapon, it looks like maybe it was a little bit too powerful of a shot that he fired from it, and it may be damaged beyond repair without a skilled repairsman. It looks badly beat up.
I'll hold on to it.
As you're kind of looking at Arlonis, pretty much at this point you can see very clearly, like at this point his hands are basically gone. His face, barely any, almost no recognition to it now. The armor, which was also ethereal, has basically fully started to disintegrate away.
See, so, okay.
Before he's completely disintegrated away, you do notice that over the course of the fight, he did reach for something that was around his neck and managed to pull it free. There is... While he can't speak at this stage, you can see his hands kind of like... The last thing you kind of see of movement is his hand roll it out. And you can clearly see, Salamek, that this pendant has 8 markings in it. None of which are glowing at the moment. Nothing about it. They're just 8 markings. You will notice, because your investigation is high enough, that there is a dullness specifically to one of the 8 sections that are different than the other. It's specifically in the top left.
Is that matching like the eye we saw?
It's matching the eye that glows green now. But it does not show the damage or closed eye.
Alright.
Upon further investigation, because now we're getting into the territory of your insanely good roll, Arlonis was carrying on him quite a bit of weaponry. Like, almost more than a normal person could.
Is there like, I guess is there any way to tell if like there's any way to save him? Otherwise I'm stealing all his shit.
No, not at the moment. Not at the moment.
Alright, well I'm stealing all his shit.
Yeah, basically as you're going through, you're kind of like checking him out and seeing like, right now there hasn't been like a way to save him. He appears to be vanishing as if like he doesn't exist anymore, kind of vanishing. You notice that he is carrying 2 other revolvers that seem to mimic the 2 that he has. And he had a 5th slot that appears to have a missing weapon. So, you notice that. Upon also investigating, you notice missing details, key missing details. You recall, with your investigation check and that they had a way... Belvantori had a way of communicating. Specifically, his device for communicating is missing. You are pretty much thoroughly checking to see, making sure that there's nothing you can do. If he's anything that's out of the ordinary, anything that he had on him. You notice that is missing. You notice a surprisingly...
Let me see what you got.
empty
Yeah, these will do just fine.
pouch.
Just fine. All right now.
What you do
We're gonna
find
be making
the
something
only
folks on the trail call
pouch that
healing
he had
powder. Go on over to that campfire
had
now. Give it a
3
try.
superior healing potions, 3 greater, and 3 normal healing potions.
All right.
That's all he had on him.
God damn.
Which is a surprisingly lack. And because you rolled so good on your investigation check, you managed to carefully navigate and find those without potentially
That's
doing
not
any
bad,
damage
see?
to them.
All it takes to make a recipe is the right ingredients and the right know-how.
All right.
So that's
Sometimes
a bit of
it
a
won't be
heal.
a campfire you need.
Just so I
Might need
know,
to do
can I
some
add it
work
to
on
my
your guns
inventory?
and ammo, maybe.
You can add that to your
Important
inventory,
thing to
yes.
get is it's
Alright,
all
you
the
wanna go
same
through that
idea.
again real
You just
quick?
need to find the
So,
right place to set up shop.
Basically 3 of every type
Workbench
of
or
healing potion.
reloading
3
bench,
superior,
whatever.
3 greater,
Well,
and 3
I hope that's enough to get you started.
potions.
I'm heading back now. Hope I didn't miss
Basically
anything
the
good on
stock
the
that was
jukebox.
missing from the
Cyan
Astral
would never
Magician.
forgive me. Hey, do me a favor. Trudy, she's the
'Cause you
bartender up at the
noticed that he
Prospector.
did say that he didn't
Kind
have
of the town mom. She likes to meet
Aside from
newcomers.
that,
She'd
you
be cross
find
with
a
me if I didn't ask you
mismatch
to
of
poke your head in
ammunition
and
that
say
would
hi.
pertain to those weapons. Enough that if you had to fire them, they're not they're normal ammunition. If you had to fire them, they wouldn't run out of bullets. You know what I mean? By the time you probably got out of here. So he definitely was pretty well armed. Something else you would have noticed also is he had a surprisingly lack of supplies overall. He pretty much was, in a sense, from what you get, just a walking tank. He had ammunition and lots of it, lots of ammo, and about nothing else. You can gather that potentially he knew this might happen. That's what your investigation tells you.
Okay.
Also, because I noticed Bob walked over there. Technically, as you were investigating over there, you would have noticed Ted was heading for this table as well, Bob.
Can I just take all of Arlonis' weapons then, since he's basically dead? I can't use them.
Yes. For now, you can just note that there is 4 similar revolvers to each other. 2 of them are loaded with 3 each capsules similar to what he fired.
You mean the disintegrating ones that cause him to die?
Yes.
Hey Bob, you want to try these out?
No! I want the
Hold on one
fucking-
second.
Don't worry, you're not gonna die. I trust this.
I want the box. I'm literally about to leap over this table and grab
You can
it.
have the box. Do you want to shoot this
No,
revolver?
Ted's
after
gonna
this?
fucking take it. I know it.
Oh, do
That
you want
bitch
to shoot this
ran
revolver
over.
afterwards? It's not gonna dissolve you. Don't worry about it.
No, I know.
Don't worry about it. Come on.
No.
I know how much you love revolvers.
No. I
You can shoot.
shut up. I miss
Alright,
my revolver.
I'll shoot at you. Then. Same thing.
But then you're gonna die too.
Yeah, but if it hits you, you're gonna die too. So.
You got a point.
Oh, we do a duel. There's 2 of these. We do a duel.
We'll both die anyway.
The winner of the duel takes all of the treasure at the end of the campaign.
Yeah, there we go. I'll duel you for
I
your...
thought we already agreed that we would do
All right, we already
tournament.
did. Yeah, at the end.
Yeah. Fight each other, see who's stronger.
I'll duel you for your magic hole.
All right. Hey yo.
Hey yo.
Wait, like all this shit?
So,
hold.
So what's going on here? What are you guys
Uh,
talking about?
No, I'm just talking about dueling for holes.
He's talking about my
fucking cool.
magic hole.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Bob, as you basically threw down the portable hole, threw the folder in, you notice that Ted basically walked right by you at that point.
Go check that out.
Towards the table. With the golden box.
I run up, leaping onto the table, onto the golden box.
Really?
Okay.
Mind you, everyone, I have 1 hit point. If anything goes wrong, like a trap, I'm done. It's over.
Suddenly, the table explodes.
Yeah, instantly dead.
If you don't hand
No, yeah.
me over soul, I'm going
So
to get
basically,
my
as Ed
soul
walks
burn
up
this
and
town to
he
the
begins to
ground.
look
Got
at
it.
the table,
Talk to the guy.
basically you run up and just jump on the golden box.
Yes, that is what happens.
Hey
I'm
there.
not
Okay.
letting him take it.
The Wastelander just.
Exactly. It literally has arena in it, I think, too.
It does. It does.
So it is my precious.
It hates you.
Well,
That hates you, by the way.
Oh yeah,
That's
it
what-
does hate
Glad I
me,
finally
but
got to
the
meet you.
box
Wait, it
is
hates
what
me?
I
The
want.
Prospect
It is a
Saloon.
golden box. I want the box.
Well, Bob would know that it
Not
hates
much,
you, probably.
other than there are a bunch
It
of
probably
freeloaders
hates
who
you because of
expected
our
a few
religion.
rounds on
It's
the house.
racist.
I was
Well,
able
it's
to get them
well,
to pay up,
you would
though.
know that because
Of course, one of the great cons did knock my radio.
you would know
to the
that, Bob,
floor
because it
by
specifically
accident,
hated you for
and
that
it hasn't been
reason.
working since.
It looked
okay,
at me
goddamn.
and it
They were
looked at
having
me
some
and
kind
goes,
of
"Ew,
argument
bitch,
about it,
back
but the guy
up."
in the
And I
checkered
was like,
coat
"Damn."
was pushing them.
Basically, yeah.
Sounded like they came
And
along
also,
north
not to
Quarry
mention that
Junction.
Ted,
If that's the
Bob,
case,
and Frobin
I can't say
basically
I
tried
blame
to
them
sell
for
it
not wanting
off.
to go back.
We did.
And it is what it is. Heck, yeah.
That whole area is
Yeah, and
overrun
it
with
was
the
like
kind
one of the
critters
most
that just get
important
mad
things
if you
the
shoot them.
campaign, yeah.
Merchants avoid that whole
I
stretch
tried
of
to
Anyway.
I-15 like it's
off,
radioactive,
Yeah, yeah.
which it could be for
So
all
there's
I
many
know.
reasons that hates you, Bob, specifically.
Oh, dude,
I
I'm
didn't
gonna
hear
sell it off
exactly,
again.
but the
Why do
leader
you
was
think I'm
talking about the
grabbing
strip. Fellow wants to get there and avoid the 15.
You're not gonna return it.
He'd
You're
have
just
to
gonna,
go
gonna
east.
give it to the Dark
Take
Ages.
Highway
Go.
93
Give
up.
it-
Who would I return it to?
Well, I mean, that's the whole reason. One of
I
the
know
reasons
that
you're down here
thing
for the
as
reward.
much as anyone else around
I
here.
came here.
It mostly
for
keeps to
waffles.
itself, which is just fine by me.
And Arlona's and Ted's crest. It
That's
just
true.
kind of looks at you, Bob, for a
It was
moment.
here when I took over the saloon 7 years ago.
And
Some people have said its
he
owner
does move
lived here, but
towards the
no one
golden
knows
box.
who it was.
And for a moment, you feel like, oh, you're gonna have to
It
defend
acts friendly enough,
And,
but I don't
he
trust
then
that
reaches
whole
for something
cheerful
next.
cowboy act.
He's getting
I
his
find it
family
all
crest or
very
something,
creepy.
right?
And you'll notice it's a
Other
weird
than rolling around
shape
once in a while, it doesn't do
basically
anything
pendant
useful as far as I can tell.
that he picks up.
I don't know why it took an interest in you, but I'd be careful. It's
I,
never
I
helped
look at him.
anyone
I
before.
look at him with a fucking disgusted face. I go, "Yeah, back off, bitch."
Fine by me.
All right, as he's kind of doing that, Frobin, is there anything you're gonna be doing? There is a whole nother table that no one's looked at, and you're probably the farthest away.
Well, I'll go check
Is there
out
anything
the
you're
table,
gonna
I
do, Frobin?
I'm gonna take
You're gonna
all
head
my
over to
loot.
the other table.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So there's
Sure. The
two
outside
sides
looks
of the
okay,
table
but
that you
I think something
basically
broke
can
on the
investigate.
inside.
Do you want to
There'd be
investigate the left
caps in it
side
for you.
first or the right side?
I do
There's a
like
bunch
to hear
of
what's
just
going on in the world.
I'll
And that
investigate
Mr.
the
New
left
Vegas
side
seems
first.
like such a gentleman.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an investigation check, and for you, that is a +6.
Be careful out there.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna roll 20.
Let's go.
I got a 5.
Hey there.
+6 for an 11.
Howdy.
Okay. You're kind of looking through this, and there's a kind of like a miscellaneous amount of like jewels, some of them badly damaged. And as you're kind of looking through it, a lot of it's just gold pieces, broken gems.
Evening.
Things that I can sell.
Feeling thirsty?
There are
I
generic
can take care of that.
weapons, but nothing that stands out. I would say between it all, there would be
Looks like our little town got itself dragged
about
in the middle of something we don't want anything to do
50
with.
gold pieces
About
worth
a
of
week ago, this
usable
trader,
gems,
Ringo,
and
comes
maybe
into town.
100 normal
Survivor
gold
of an
pieces
attack, he says. Bad men after him.
Is it a trap?
Needs a place to
If I
hide.
take it all, do I
We
have
figured he was just in shock, so we
It
gave him a
doesn't
place
seem
to
like
lie
there's a
low.
trap.
We didn't actually expect anyone to come after him.
You can
I
invest-
will start picking up all the gold pieces and the jewels and things.
Okay, so you can immediately add 100 gold pieces.
Cobb hasn't
to
exactly
yourself
been looking for
and
Ringo
for
too
as
hard.
I can.
I think he's afraid that Ringo will
I'll just
ambush
give you-
him,
'cause
which
you're
is
probably
probably
gonna sell the
true.
gems, you have no reason to really keep them. I'll just give you the full amount.
You mean murder him? That's not our
What side
way,
did you say you
even
were
if
looking
Cobb
at
is
again?
scum.
On
He
that?
can bluster and threaten all he wants.
I think I was
So I
looking
make
at
sure
the
that
left
it.
side.
Left side. That's what I thought you said. So, I mean, it wouldn't matter. I just flipped which side to
Some
switch,
of the
but
others,
hey.
like Sonny, will probably
Yeah.
stand up for Ringo if he asks for
Alright.
help, which he hasn't. Personally, I hope he sneaks out of town one night and takes the powder
So-
gangers with him.
Since the crest is gone, that was that one.
He's holed up at the
So,
abandoned
Bob, you
gas
jumped on
station
there.
up the
So,
hill.
Almec, is there something else you're gonna do as you're kind of just standing there? At
Alright.
this point, most of
He's a
Arlonis
convict,
is just
without the
basically
chains.
evaporated.
It said his name was
Alright,
Cobb.
I'd say a
Powder
prayer.
gangers is what they call
It's a
themselves.
weird dog.
Plenty more like him out there. Most of the
It's
traders
okay,
looking
still,
to buy
you know.
bighorn and meat and hides.
Everybody died.
The traders are the main reason the general store manages
Alright,
to stay in business. Most travelers
I
heading
go over
south
there
on
and
the
I
I-15
attack
just push
one.
on towards Prim.
Is there anything else for me?
Unless
Oh,
they're in desperate
can
need
I?
of supplies.
Can I investigate the amulet and try to figure out its connection to the?
There's always
circle
something
thing around
interesting
here?
going on. But
to
the
the
biggest
floor?
news
Sure.
has to be the come and dust
Sure.
up
You
between
can-
the NCR
so
and the
I'll give
Legion
two
over the dam.
options for you. You have 3.
The new California
Actually, you would
Republic's
have
got the most
3
power in
options.
Nevada.
You can roll
Money, troops,
history.
you name it. They do
You
what they
can
can to
roll
keep things safe in
investigation,
the region. But
and
if
you can
ask
roll
me, they're
religion.
trying to do too much.
Any
They're
of those
spread too
3.
thin.
I have proficiency in religion and investigation.
If you were able to get Ringo
I'm
out of
gonna
this
do
mess,
religion.
you'd have a decent reputation around Good Springs. I'd even set you up with a discount. Of course, helping Ringo would also
15.
make the powder gangers mad. And They've got a lot of friends
Kind of
out
look
there.
at it. You look at the ground. You kind of look back and forth.
Don't know why you want to do
There
a
is
thing like that. Yep, you
It's
get on their good side, but
kind of
people around
spaced
here
out
wouldn't
like the
appreciate
eyes
it
are
one bit.
on the ground. One that seems to correlate with the
I'm
lit
pretty
up-
sure the NCR wants to hold on to the dam because it's one of the few places around that can make electricity. The Legion are a
You
bunch of
think for
savages,
a
though.
minute.
No idea why they'd want the dam. Probably plan on destroying it or something.
Almost like you don't fully understand the connection. You know that there is a connection.
Slavers, killers, and all
And-
other kinds of trouble. They dress up like Roman soldiers. So
Judging
there's no mistaking
by
it when you see them.
Some
The rumor
things
is
that you
the
can
Legion
glean
is
from
far
your
larger
memory
than the
from
NCR lets on,
our
and that it's been
Lonus,
due to
of our
luck that the
Lonus,
Legion hasn't
little bit.
overrun the territory. Be
You
careful out
gathered
there.
something happened.
Hello. Howdy.
He might have obtained this, and it is linked. So you kind of have a natural instinct to suspect markings, pendant,
Hey.
and
Hey there.
a weird symbol and structure. You decide, kind of with your limited knowledge, to think that somehow, with all 3 together, it means something. And sure enough, with that enough of that knowledge kind of grasping, it's kind of like a grasping at straws, but enough to kind of understand, you turn the pendant outward, and as you do, you notice that as it faces towards the hovering remnants of the markings, they begin to glow. And almost as if they're slowly being attracted towards the pendant, they slowly start moving towards, but they're at a distance from you at the moment.
Can I walk towards the center?
You can. There is one marking there, kind of hovering.
Alright, I'm gonna walk towards the center.
Walk towards the center. All right.
I am the final boss now.
Suddenly, you just transform into the final boss. No.
I am the captain now.
What do you do? Are you just standing there, or are you gonna do something with the pendant?
Can I like move it closer toward the? Is it a marking there, right?
Yeah, there is a marking there, so do you want to hold it out towards the marking?
Yeah.
That's
All right.
close enough.
As soon as you do,
Who are you?
the
What do you
marking
want with me?
almost now a lot closer just jumps straight into the pendant.
Sorry about the gun.
And
You
suddenly,
just caught me off guard, that's all.
for everybody,
Got off to a bad
there's
start.
a little
Let's say we
shake
start over
in the
with a
ground
friendly game
as
of
this
Caravan.
happens. You watch
know how to
Solomik as one of the segments next to that eye to the left. Suddenly,
I've
it
never
lights up
stopped
on the
here until
ground
recently. You're better
with
off
this
asking
like
one of the locals.
pulsing red to
It's
it.
a two-player
It doesn't
game,
close
and the winner
like
takes
the
the
one
whole
above,
pot.
but it pulses
You build a
red,
caravan
and you watch
using
as
the
on
cards
the
in your deck. The goal is to
piece that
create
you have in your
caravan
hand,
bids
pendant,
that beat your
you
opponent's
watch as
bids.
one segment lights
So there's
up
more
with a
strategy than luck involved.
slight greenish
It's why you
tint
won't
to
see
it.
caravan in any casino. Too slow paced.
Alright, people. Do
And more
I A
importantly, no house
keep
edge.
finding all the other markings
Here,
and
take
hope
this
this is a good
holotape.
thing, or B
It
stop
goes into
now
more
because it might
specifics
be a
about the
bad thing?
rules. You'll also need
Honestly,
a deck, so
in my
take one
You
of
will
my
notice
spares.
that when that happens, there's
you
that
feel like playing a
groan
game?
kind of noise.
Not really, but
Kind of like that painful groan noise.
Okay.
So,
oh yeah.
in my opinion,
Alright.
outside of this, seeing one eye closed
Oh,
for like
sorry.
glowing and
I
then
thought
the
everybody
next
knew
one
already.
closed right next
I'm
to
a
it,
trader with
it
the
looks like a
Crimson
countdown
Caravan
that we're
Company.
all about to die.
I'm staying
Okay,
in town for
clarification here. The top eye is the glowed red before shutting, and that's the one that let out the
a bit. Did you
loud
want something
painful.
else?
Mhm.
Then, following a few
Like I
seconds
said, I'm not
later,
from-
after the battle had ended, the top
Oh,
left
yeah.
eye lit
He
up
doesn't look very tough,
green
though.
and is glowing green.
I hear he's afraid I'll shoot him down from one of the windows.
Oh,
when I
okay,
see him.
so-
Mick, when
He's right.
when you
I'll
picked
have a
up
much
the last
bigger problem
one,
once his friends show up.
the one to the left,
no way I
it
can
glows
handle all of them
red,
in a
but it did
gunfight.
not close. All the other
Alright.
eyes remained dormant.
My caravan was on the return trip from
Okay.
California.
So,
and heading
I
back
feel
to the
like
company
if-
branch
if,
in
like,
New Vegas when we got jumped.
Arlonis was held,
Not
like,
even
handing this
drop
out.
your
He
weapons
probably
and
wanted
hands
me
up
to,
before
you
the
know,
bullets started flying.
go through
We
and
put up a good
seal
fight,
this thing in.
but there was
Yeah.
too many of them. I
Right?
took a
Might be
few
a
of the
seal,
bandits
yeah.
down before I
Yeah.
ran, so I
Alright,
figured they're
so
friends.
Or
I'm
you're
gonna look-
releasing
Revenge.
something.
I hope you're ready with your 1 HP.
No, I'm throwing the golden
It's
box
been in
into
business
the
for a
portable
very
hole.
long
You'll
time.
know
It's
that there's
probably
still
the biggest
only
trading
two other
outfit in
markings
California.
There's
Alright,
not.
There's a
I'll-
branch up in New Vegas,
I'll go to the other markings.
but it hasn't been doing so well.
I
We'll do that.
still have
Word
the
is that the
Elvish
big
magic
boss
gem.
herself,
I don't
Alice
know where the fuck
McLafferty,
it
is
goes.
coming in to
Oh yeah,
fix
the
things.
return me to the depths from which I came. That you still haven't figured out where it goes.
I'm
That's
gonna lay
gonna
low
be the
for as long as
puzzle.
I
That's gonna
can,
be the
assuming the
puzzle,
town
like
doesn't
the,
throw me to the
door
wolves.
puzzle.
I've got no chance
that,
against the gang
Tom
on my
gave
own.
us, Mick, remember?
Yeah.
That's gonna be the puzzle that you never
Yeah,
know the answer to.
We're gonna-
All
I'm
I've
gonna
got left
have
on me are
it
a handful
for,
of
like,
caps. But
till
you
the
get me
end of
out
the
of this, and
campaign,
I'll make sure
and
the
it's
Crimson
just gonna be
Caravan
sitting
pays you
there.
back. You've got my
We're not
word.
even gonna
There
be in
might
the
be a-
same town anymore.
It's in the portable
We
hole,
just
right?
end up sharing
Yeah.
the same grave if it's just the two of
Okay.
us.
Okay, wait,
Now,
couldn't remember
doesn't
if you
it
had it.
some of
glow?
the other people in town were
It
also
does.
on
It does
board.
glow a little bit. So I guess at this point,
Start with
be
Sunny
Ted and
Smiles.
Frillbin. Frillbin, are you gonna? We'll do Frillbin first. Frillbin, do you want to investigate the other side of the table?
Yeah, why not?
Go ahead and roll another investigation.
Okay, roll a d20 and wham.
Oh, I'm gonna put Swamic there because that's about where they were.
Oh, I got a 20.
Natural?
Yeah.
Okay. It's almost all exactly the same thing. However, there's a little bit more usableness. There's probably 100 gold pieces worth of gems. You actually find within there enough diamonds for 2 casts of the Revivify spell, so that's 600 gold pieces worth of diamonds. All of you used at some point. We'll add the gems to your gold count, Frillman. And you find at the bottom a worn out bow, but it looks like it's still mostly intact. Repairable.
Wait, how many diamonds do I have?
So, Frillman has 600 gold pieces worth of diamonds, so that's 2 casts of Revivify.
Alright, you can give them Bob. I don't need them.
And then, well, you might eventually need them, so I'm excited because I think you get rid of them.
Hi there. Sticking around Good Springs for a while
But
longer?
I mean,
Frillman,
yeah.
there's a worn out bow that's sitting at the bottom, and it appears to be repairable.
I'll take that.
So for now, we'll just note that you have a worn out bow. It's repairable. So that takes care of that. Bob, are you doing anything with the golden box at this
I already
exact
threw
moment?
it in my portable hole.
Okay.
Say no.
That's what I would
That's what
assume
you're
I would
basically
do.
doing?
Just like that.
I would
Well,
like
I have a
immediately
feeling that I'm
jump
going
on
to end
it
up
and
fighting
then,
those
like,
guys one way or
tell
another.
them to
Basically, you
fuck off.
So I
jumped
might as
on
well
it.
get
Ted
it
did
over
his
with.
thing, and now it's coming
Joe
back
Crab
to
talks
you to
about
actually
leaving us
do
alone if
something
we
with
hand
the
over
gold box.
Ringo.
So you're basically
But
gonna
I
try
know
to
his
put it
type.
away.
He and his
Yeah.
friends will come after the town eventually.
What do you mean? Okay,
However,
pause.
between
What do you
me
mean
and Ringo,
try
we
to
aren't
put it
exactly
away?
a force to be reckoned with.
We'll get
A
there.
lot of people around here look
We'll
up to
get there.
Trudy.
We'll get there.
If you could
die.
convince Trudy to join us, some of the folks in
If you
town
die,
might decide
I
to
get
help out
pregnant.
as
Ted
well. I
still
know Easy
holding
Pete's got a stock of
the
dynamite
pendant
somewhere.
in his hand.
And Chet
Turns
just got
to
a
you,
shipment
Bob.
of leather armor we could borrow. Talk
As
to them
you
as
are
well.
basically getting off the
Finally,
gold box
there's
to
a good
pick it
chance
up.
we'll all end up with extra holes in us. So if Doc Mitchell could cough up some extra
And he gives
stim
a
packs,
smile.
that'd be great.
What do
Easy
you do,
Pete's
Bob?
pretty
Anything?
protective of his dynamite. You'd have to convince him you know a thing or
You
two
want me
about
to do something?
explosives
Okay.
before you handed it over.
If you want to do something, this would be your opportunity because he's kind of like looking towards you, holding the pendant
Anything
and
give is
smirking.
in Chet's
Let's see what
vocabulary.
spell slots I have.
Even with the town at stake, he'd still make you barter with him.
Guiding bolt. Oh, that sounds pretty good.
He's gonna blow up.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking guiding bolt him for smiling at me. Watch his tone. I'm gonna use, since I'm already putting. Okay.
you're about to put the golden box. You basically have thrown down the portable hull, and you're now getting off the golden box to throw it in there, and this is when Ted's smirking at you. Just before you toss it in, basically.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go toss it in. That's what I would do. I would toss it in. I would just say, whatever. He's smiling at me like a weirdo.
Basically, you're about ready to toss it in, he says.
I need to turn the music
He
down.
now says this to you. He says, I suppose this is mission accomplished.
There we go.
And then he says something that suddenly breaks what you would expect Ted to say. He says, I didn't think that you would be able to pull it off.
So you're planning on taking on...
That's the moment, Bob, you get something that is not
I was
right.
planning on sitting this one
and
out,
you do toss
but
the
for
golden
some
box
reason,
into the
I
portal.
can't help but like you. I'm with you.
But
Let
you
me
get
have
the
a word
sense
with
that
a few
that
other
was
folks, and I'll see if
strange.
I can't round up some more members for this militia you're creating. While everyone does own a gun, we could stand to be a little better equipped. The general store probably has what we need in stock.
So the golden box is currently in the portable hole. Is there anything
Yeah,
you're
I
going
heard
to
it
do with
turn-
that remark?
I
You're
am
welcome.
going to whistle loudly, as loud as
Be
possible.
Okay.
And then I'm going to smack and I'm trying to get them to look at me, and then I'm going to smack my hands above my head together, and then I'm just going to go down and pick up my portable hole. That is all I'm going to do.
At this point, I would say that's enough to grab everybody's attention. And you're going to pick up the portable hole. Ed's going to look towards you and say, that's not necessary. And he lets out a small laugh.
Yeah, I was gonna
We
say
are
it's
on the
probably
same
a good one to
side.
get right now.
Hello. Howdy.
And at that instance, you watch as he kind of brushes off the cloak around him and suddenly changes from the color of the displacement cloak that Ted was last wearing to a dark
No, but I'm seeing if I have an
black
explosive box.
with purple on the end of it. And you recognize it as a cloak for the people of the Dark Hand.
Howdy.
And you watch as suddenly he does change forms. I'm not going to change his token because it's
Guess
a lot
you know
of
what you're doing.
effort for this. Suddenly you watch as he changes into what is clearly a changeling. Specifically matching the grunt type people that you saw above when you fought the Shard for the first time, or fought with the Shard for the first time.
I'm still a child, aren't I? Holy fuck.
Technically. And
Oh,
at this
so...
point,
Okay.
at this point, this is the moment when he now really smirks at you. I suppose the ultimatum is still
You must be
on.
the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. The way I heard it, I didn't think you'd be walking out of that office. I've got plenty of
And he
supplies
says,
for sale. Even got some weapon mods
now,
and special ammo. Well worth the caps if you ask me. If you're
now
hurting for caps,
everything
I've
is
also
back
got
in
boxes
place
of
as it
surplus
should
ammo
be.
in the miscellaneous section. They're not great, but you get what you pay for.
Now, we can make the trade that we were
Now just
meant
hold
to
on.
make
I never voted to take on
around
the
a
powder
week ago.
gainers. That's a 1,000 cap investment you're talking
The
about.
golden box for your friend.
You made your point. I can provide
says that
people
at
with
this
some
point,
leather
everybody
armor and
hears him
extra
say
ammo.
that.
Sure
And now
hope it's worth
clearly
it.
acknowledges that Ted is
And
not
I'll be guarding the
Ted.
store while all this is going on. I have to put my business first. You understand.
Technically, yes. It's technically everybody's turn to see what they're going to do. Swamic, at this
Take
point,
it
you
easy
would
now.
have collected the other two and then noticed that. Frilbin, you would have just put the bow on, like, your back and realized, oh, Ted's not who he seemed to be.
Whoa.
So,
this man
Swamic,
is not
Ted, are
who
you doing
he's supposed to be?
Yeah. Frilbin, Swamic, what are you guys going to do at this time?
I'm gonna walk towards Ted quotation marks.
Okay.
Quotation marks.
Oh yeah, and then Doc Mitchell. Yeah.
You
So-
can only get 30. I'm assuming it's like a turn, right?
Basically, so you're gonna get kind of like up towards behind him, roughly.
All right.
He's gonna
I'm
say,
go-
as you're kind of like approaching, now, you really didn't think that your friend was capable of acquiring all that gear now on his own.
I don't know, man. I've met Ted from like literally just.
He says that to like Bob.
Welcome back. I had hoped you wouldn't need to come see me again so soon. What can I do for
One,
you?
I'm gonna go back into my normal form.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be a kid
Seems
anymore.
like
we look
wherever
real
I
serious,
go, it's always the same.
like
Folks
I'm mad
just
as hell,
never
and I
leave
walk
each
up to
other
him.
alone. Oh, I'm not much good in a
I place
fight.
my hand
with
on his
bum
shoulder.
leg. And my supplies
And I'll look him
are
in the
scarce,
eyes, and I
but
go,
I'll give you
"You're in
what
my
I can
way." And then
spare.
I walk past him and go over to the loot on the table still, and I investigate it honestly.
Sure.
Okay.
All right, investigation. Let's go, baby. 17.
Laying there on the table is not a whole lot. This was a pretty clear what it was to begin with, but when looking at it,
You take care.
you notice. Well, I shouldn't say it's really clear what it is. It's just very clear that there was this object there. It is a slab. Basically a big stone kind of slab. There. And then it's got a glowing sigil on it. It's got a banner of some sort on it, but you don't recognize it. And it just kind of glows there. And you just kind of like flip it over and look at it. It reads on the back, I challenge whoever is worthy for the treasure of a sacred vault. That's all it says on it.
I think it was Swamik who was with me when we did this. I pick up the slab.
Okay.
All right, and then I looked at Swamik and I go, didn't that arena guy have a slab like this, or am I going crazy?
All right, yeah.
It looks very similar.
The Zeus guy.
I go,
the Goblin
you
guy.
want to play another game? Practice round before the real shit.
All right.
At this point, the figure that Ted
that's-
is turns.
heal
It
up
says.
first.
He turns towards you now, Bob, who still holds the golden box, and says, "Yeah, we can either handle the ultimatum now, or we will handle it later on. It's your choice. This is your opportunity to claim your reward that you wanted." And at this point, he holds up a rather large bag of coins, which was your offering.
Oh.
Of course. He turns to you, Solomik, and says, "You get to keep the box that you currently have."
Box.
He has a box.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
the
golden
inspiration-
yeah, the other one.
Yeah.
You get to keep that.
I mean, I was keeping that regardless. You can't stop me from that.
And you will get this crest back to give to your friend after the whole ordeal's over.
Either you don't know what friend means, or you're using it.
Yeah, we don't like Ted, bro. Ted a bitch. How much is the crest worth? Would I be able to tell from eyeing it?
It's a very detailed crest. You'd guess it would be pretty expensive.
All right.
But together, it was very important to Ted. At some
I'm gonna
point.
become rich before the campaign ends. This is a hard decision.
And he says one more thing. He says, and the opportunity to become neutral with the Dark Hand, despite all the conflict. Perhaps the Dark Hand might also be interested in your little side mission that we have discovered down here.
What are we talking
After
about?
all-
Oh, fucking! I forgot this guy was here with us.
After all,
So what's
that
going on?
floating
Did Sonny
island
agree to
has
help
been a
us?
problem for the summer court for quite a
Well,
while.
I guess that means we're ready to go.
Perhaps there's an additional reward
Unless
in
you
that
think
if,
there's something else you can do.
say, we were more neutral with
Oh.
each other.
Time to look alive.
I'm
The
gonna
powder
be-
gangers are here to
My
play.
character is like me, so I'm gonna be like me. I honestly don't remember what the fuck our mission
They're getting
was.
set up and
in the
covered,
first
but it might not go
So
well unless we get out there soon.
we hear his side mission thing
At
about
least
the
six.
dragon. And
Yeah,
that
I remember
floating
the
island.
here.
They look
He's
pretty
referencing-
neat.
Yep, he's referencing that as the side
Oh,
mission
Easy
that
P
he
came
says that
through with
maybe
the
the summer
dynamite.
court would be interested.
Here's your supply. I really hope I don't blow
Through them.
myself up.
I'm like
I'll be
holding
set up
onto
near
the
the
slab
store.
by one arm.
Let's hope that the gang
'cause I'm
does.
guessing it's a big fucking slab.
It's not like a huge slab. Like it's enough that you can tuck it under your arm, but it's not huge.
No, it's like a
It's
full
like
unit folder, like a full folder.
like if you laid it on like your, let's use your forearm for example, right? It's about that size. It's not huge, but it's big.
I'm holding onto it under my arm, just like gripping it, and I put my hand out, like, let me see the gold real quick. I want to make sure that's good. Persuasion. Oh fuck yes, persuasion, baby. What have you got for efficiency instead of persuasion? 26.
Really, jeez. What is your?
I have +8 on persuasion.
Okay. He says, "All right," and he holds it out for you to grab if you want to grab it.
Alright, I
Check
take it. And then I throw the slab at Swamik.
But before you can, as he kind of like lets you take the gold, suddenly that's when you
I
hear
owe you a huge
click,
favor for
and
this.
you realize what's
Here,
now pointing at
these are
you, Bob,
technically
as soon as you
Crimson
grabbed
Caravan
it,
funds,
is
but
your revolver.
I know they'll understand once I explain things.
I should also say that you can have this back too, assuming we make the deal.
I did have what was left of the Crimson
worry about it.
Caravan.
Do you still throw the slab?
But I
Do
wasn't
you
Yeah,
sure if it
I
was
still
my
throw
right
the
to just
slab
give
at
it away.
Swamik. I don't care.
I owe you more
I'd
than
chuck
that,
it
though.
actually.
So
I want
look
to
me
throw
up
it
at
as
the
hard
Crimson
as
Caravan
possible because
camp
I know
up in
he's
New
our tank
Vegas
of the
if you
group.
ever visit.
All right.
Yeah, he'll
Well,
handle
you would
it.
have no problem catching it. You have no problem.
All right. I was gonna say if it did damage to me, you're 1 HP, bro. Don't worry.
That is so true. I'm low.
That-
And he's aiming a gun at me too. I'm fucked if he shoots at it. I get up and then sit on the table and then turn back to my child form and then like start rummaging through the gold, taking bites on the gold to make sure it's real.
It's real. It's
Okay.
definitely real. That's the first thing, and I need to go and figure out exactly what the amount comes to here, specifically. Where is this?
I already have like 600 gold pieces, so
Let me see what this totals to. Because there are 3 of you. So, for the defeat of the shard, the reward was originally 1,000 for a bounty, plus at the return of the ring, an extra 500, and your total comes to a interesting 1,750.
woo!
It's
All
actually
right.
higher than what it was.
My eyes light up in excitement, drool coming from my mouth as I'm staring at this bag of gold.
It is exactly the reward that was expected.
I drop my portable hole and say, "Take it. I don't care."
Wait, you just give him the portable hold?
No, not the
Or
portable
you-
hole. I'm giving it the
Okay.
box. He has to go find it in the portable hole. I'm not doing that for him. Oh Wait, I might, because if he breaks something in there, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna go into.
Yeah, he can break your doors. He can break your
Yeah,
important
if he
doors.
breaks my doors, I'm gonna be so mad. Especially the magic stone door that I have. Okay, yeah, I go in there and take the portable, or not fucking, take the golden box out.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
You think we can kill him? You think we can kill him? I think we can kill him.
No, he's a shapeshifter. I don't think we can kill him. We don't know that much about him, other than that he can mimic Ted's.
Oh, right, forgot he's not just Ted.
He fully was mimicking Ted.
Yeah, he was able to fully mimic Ted to
Hey
like
there.
perfection. He either has him kidnapped or like.
Bob,
in
you would
study.
also know
I've got you
that
now.
that Ted would be incapable of that without some sort of magic being. So you would also know that because he's not one of those types of creatures.
He doesn't have.
Or at
magic.
least he never revealed.
I'm hit.
I pocket my gold. How much was it again?
It's 1750. But of course, everybody else is probably gonna have something to say about that because the original agreements was 500 each.
I don't care. Y'all got your reward elsewhere. Like,
Only Froben did so far.
and I'll pay for
Dude.
the next 2 instays. All right,
Dude, you're at 1 HP.
bro.
So you give Ted the gold, the box.
Yeah, I give him the box.
Okay. So the first thing he tosses over, he tosses Ted's crest over.
Okay. And that's
Obviously, you already have the gold. And then he rotates the revolver around, kind of looks at it and says, "I think you're gonna like the additions." And he tosses that to you, Bob. As
Don't
well.
toss guns. It's not safe.
Yeah, that's not
At that
safe.
point,
fucker.
you notice it wasn't even loaded.
This
idiot.
motherfucker. I don't care. I'm keeping the gold. Fuck y'all.
Can I smite, Bob?
I'll give you.
In a second, because Ted's still gonna do something. He says,
Oh, he's gonna smite him first. Perfect.
he's gonna say, "Oh, pleasure doing business with all of you. I assume you would have no problems getting out of here, after all. I've got one last thing I need to do, and then I will be out of your hair." And he begins to walk towards the center. Over this way.
Like my character would, I completely ignore him and look at Swamek. I go, I'll give
Okay.
you 200.
Anybody doing anything against Ted, or I guess fake Ted?
No,
Or no?
we can't. We're like, I'm at 8 HP.
Yeah, we don't really care.
Okay.
I will throw
He's
him
carrying
into
the,
the fires, the deep, deep fires.
I'm gonna.
I mean-
I'm gonna. Yo, it's 500 each.
No,
And-
no. He gave it to me, my friend.
Yeah, I'll give you something too if you don't hand over the gold.
No. Y'all won't get any healing. I'll even make it so where you don't have to pay for my healing, guys. All right?
I can heal myself. I don't need you.
Not enough.
As you guys are kind of arguing, suddenly you hear kind of like a loud oscillating noise as you kind of look over and you watch as Ted pulls out like this really long like rod and throws it into the center of where the eye would have been.
Me bad, Sim.
And as he's kind of standing there, he says to all of you, as he's holding out a piece of paper, "I suppose at some point you may want to remember this location in the future. It may come in handy if you gain similar abilities." As you watch the paper dissolves away, and he casts plane shift, and is gone. Yep. Planar shift. Leaving just all of you there now.
Y'all got some weapons and some cool stuff. How about, since you, Swamek, you got weapons and potions, why don't I give the crest to Frilvin, and then I keep the gold?
No.
I didn't get anything out of this situation. I
You
think I
had the
deserve
golden box for a little bit.
For a little bit, like that was like 5 seconds.
That's your
I
fault.
did not get a lot.
You had first choice. You could have gone anywhere.
Yeah, and I got the gold. All right, you guys got your tables. I got mine.
All right. Well, how much did he give you?
500.
Yeah, I doubt that. How
No.
much did he give you?
I'm gonna roll.
I was there. I heard.
I'm gonna roll for it. I'm gonna roll for it.
Hunter out here killing things.
You would
and
know
hoping
that
to
his
find
face
signs
gleamed
that
up,
more
and it
than the
appeared
bullets
to
cost fill it.
match the quest reward.
That's a dangerous
was
question.
500 each,
Asked
but you
the
don't
way
know if he
abandoned might
actually had 500
But since we're close
each
to
in there.
town, I'll
All right.
trust
Well,
you.
okay. So we're gonna do
I'm gonna
You
roll
rolled
for
deception.
checks. We're gonna do counter deception checks.
I could use some
So,
stim packs. How
he
about
rolls
some nice bloat fly steak?
Unnatural 20. Unnatural 20.
That doesn't matter. Natural 20 or unnatural 20. I was gonna say if it was a natural 20, it still doesn't matter. It's just whatever the skill is. So for you, it would actually be a charisma saving throw because technically that's how bartering works.
Okay.
You're fucked. I have a +9.
Fuck!
So,
Oh shit!
you're basically saving against charisma since he's trying to deceive you.
All right.
You gotta beat a 20.
I have to beat it 11. If I get 12, I get it. I got a nat 20.
God damn it!
You know, like to a T, 100%. There was even more than the reward in there. Just by about 15.
Fuck. Okay, I walk over to Sawamik, like whispering. I'm still a child, by the way, and I'm like.
No, you change back.
Yeah, I change back, and I go. I'm like, okay, we'll split it 50-50. Just shit. All right.
Dude, okay. How about this? You give us each 400. You can have the rest because he gave you extra.
If you're trying to keep it from Frillman, remember he has 600 gold pieces worth of diamonds for Revivify.
Yeah, no, Frillman doesn't need it. All right.
Well, he's gonna give you the you
yeah,
need
he
the
can give
diamonds.
you.
to verify.
Yeah. He can now charge
I
you for the
just
diamonds.
keep the diamonds for myself, and I don't
Yeah.
give them to anyone.
I'm not
You
gonna
can,
revive you guys.
because technically, if you died, Bob could just rummage through it, grab the diamonds, and revive you with them.
I also have 3 diamonds already, and
Actually, you would have 6 because Ted did give you the fake Ted gave you them. Technically, he never asked for them back.
Break.
Yeah, we'll say Fred. Fred gave them to you.
600 gold pieces. All right.
Technically, he gave you an extra 300 on top of that.
Okay.
Yeah, so he gave you a lot.
No, let's.
Also, he also gave you guys potions as well.
Okay.
And I still are loneliness potions.
See, Frobin already got his paycheck. He's satisfied, right, Frobin? And I.
All right. So what's 50-50 looking like?
Okay, how about let's just do 75-25.
I get 75. All right.
No, you get 25.
No.
I'll just take the 100%.
I mean, Ruben, why they're arguing? If he's just holding the coin purse, you could try to steal it from him if you wanted.
I just do like I hit a nat 20.
Can I do like non-lethal hit? Non-lethal hit. Knock Bob unconscious.
He's already in a He's technically already at that hit point. So
you can just hit.
It wouldn't
Can I
actually
shove him?
damage
Can I shove him? Can I shove him?
You can like push him around and stuff like that. He would just be like, "Ow!" But he actually can't physically take more damage. Than you.
Okay, hold on, hold on.
Well, can I can I knock him out?
Let's make a deal. Hold on.
You can if you want.
All right. Green flame.
Hold on. Wait.
You could kill him. Remember that.
Hold on. Okay, you get 438.
And how much do you get? What, like 1,200?
No, like 1,000.
It's 1750.
No.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, no,
Just give me 750, you get 1,000, all right?
Yeah, that'd probably be a better split.
How about 550? I get 12,000 or 1,200.
How about 750, and I don't kill you, and you get 1,000.
How about okay, fine. 750 and I get 1,000. Deal.
All right. Deal.
All right.
Are you guys being quiet about this?
Yes. We're whispering.
Hey, we're whispering.
I'm pretty. Unless you guys are like super whispering, Frillman will probably hear you guys whispering about something related to it. He just wouldn't know how the amounts.
All right, Frillman.
So I hand him 750 gold.
Okay.
Gold. Dude, Frillman just watching me start like handing him coins.
Yeah, Frillman, what are you gonna do about this? Bob's just handing someone with gold coins. Lots of gold
you
coins.
Son of a bitch. Give me those gold coins there.
No.
Give
You
me all
got
of
two
them.
gems. You top
I
back
will
up.
rock through your window. You are dumb.
I'm telling
Just
you right
saying,
now.
Frillman could be you up right now.
I start like pocketing like gold.
You are a dumb
I'm
boy.
gonna
I
real
will
quick. I'm
throw
gonna
a
cast
rock
lay on
through
hands
your
of these.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Okay, wait. We're casting stuff now. Okay. I'm gonna
heal myself. I'm gonna heal myself up.
I'm
Just
gonna
in case
cast
there's a
cure
brawl
wounds on
happening.
myself.
I'm joking. Dude. Okay. He's here. Let's just split it nicely. I don't even need the money. What am I gonna use the money for?
Okay, so then you don't need the money. Then don't take anything. We get
No,
the
I'm just here
750 to him.
Everybody 500 and kept 750 yourself.
Yeah, like that. It was so
I don't
easy.
want to.
It was so easy, bro.
3-way split. I agree.
All right. How about this? If Philbert gets 500, I'll get 400. You can get 850.
Did you say I
Okay,
get
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
All right.
So I get 850.
Roland, you're getting 500.
Okie dokie, I guess I can
Well, I mean, that's actually
concede.
your quest reward. For all your gems and stuff, you made out just as good as Bob, technically, so that makes you look like really ripped off here.
I'm so
It's
rich.
okay. It's okay. I have some revolvers that I can sell back to Bob.
Yeah, you have like 4 revolvers.
Oh my god, I'm a rich man. Wait, did I not cast that?
Oh, also something to note, the revolver that you added back, Bob, from that, it's a magical revolver that you don't know what it does.
Oh, great.
It's definitely been modified.
All right.
I don't think I use cure wounds on myself.
I'm not gonna do it. I mean, we're probably gonna rest right now. Anyway.
Oh,
We
are
should probably rest right
Alcoholic
now.
cabinet.
Okay, well then I'm not gonna use cure wounds on myself.
We probably
It
should.
really
Anyway.
doesn't matter if you're doing the long rest.
Let's do the
And
long
also,
rest.
you probably should as well, because if for some reason something attacks you in the middle of the long rest, maybe 1 hit point isn't the wisest.
Get all cooked up.
All right.
Just be like,
You're right.
You're right. You're right. I'll do it. I'll do it.
So there is reasons to do it.
I got a fucking 8 again. That's perfect.
All right. Back to 18 HP.
I'm at 12.
Philbin, you have 27 hit points. If you want to heal, you can heal. You could just wait for the long rest.
I'm gonna.
I'll
go
wait for the
over
long
here
rest. I don't
and
need to
climb
heal.
this pillar.
Buffalo goat.
It's gonna take you a few seconds to climb up there, but yeah, you can climb up.
Buffalo goat.
I want to just stay away from them so they don't steal my gold.
We've already negotiated the gold. Relax.
Yeah, but I don't know. Y'all are some suspicious people.
I cast witch bolt.
Alright. Anything else you guys want to do? You pretty much looted everything that was on the tables.
I think I'm good. I got his crest and everything. I think I'm good.
Alright, so the plan is long rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, and level up, I guess.
Yeah.
Wait,
so...
who was our friend that we were gonna get from him again?
Ted.
Oh shit, really? Fuck.
That's the only part of the deal that technically you won't know until you get back up.
I don't think we even cared about Ted. I think we only wanted the gold.
I mean, that's why we had the crest to get it back to Ted.
Ted's gonna come like in like some random village. We're gonna see him. He's gonna be like, "Thank you for saving me," and we're gonna be like, "You."
Assuming it, you know, assuming. Yes.
Assuming it's Ted this time.
Yeah, you never know. Maybe it won't be Ted.
Again. It's never been Ted, actually. Ted never existed. Ted's in our
Turned out
imagination.
Ted was the whole time, the whole ploy.
Ted was the friends we made along the way.
No, imagine the whole time Ted was the Dark Hand and you never knew.
Gosh.
Ted's in the middle of getting shot up in the sandbox.
Alright, long rest time. Let's get it.
Alright, so everyone's going to level up. That's the number one thing that happens.
Ooh.
So we will do that before we consider the long rest.
Oh, I've crippled him.
Alright.
I got another. We're gonna get 200 marks on this team, baby.
Yep.
Okay. So Solomon probably can do most of his level up himself. You probably can too, Bob. I'll do Frillbin first because he's probably gonna be the easiest.
Yeah, well, I'll wait for my turn.
Okay. Frillbin, can I get you to roll a d10, please?
Boop. Buffalo Bob. 1 second.
He's fine.
Oh yeah, let me see. 9.
Oh, nice. That's a lot of extra hit points. That's all extra hit points for you.
Hell yeah.
Which brings your maximum to 54.
Ooh.
As part of level 6, you can pick a new favorite enemy.
Hey, where the hell do you
Your
think you're
options
going?
are the
Grim
following.
is off.
Yeah, so you have a favorite enemy, so you basically, if you fight against those specific enemies, you have like advantages and stuff like that. You haven't fought against anybody who had the specific advantages, but hey. I guess you're really good at tracking humans if you wanted. Oh, that's how you had. Okay. Yeah, you're basically really good at tracking humans.
I'll do phantoms. We seem to face a lot of those.
So, in terms of that things, you pretty much have. I'll just list them all: aberrations, beasts, celestial, constructs, dragons, elemental, fae, fiends, giant, monstrosity, oozes, plants, and undead. Those are your options.
Whichever a random one of those, I honestly don't know.
You can pick anything you want. What do you think you're gonna most likely face off against? I mean, I suppose you would know that a dragon is something that you may face in the future. That'd be about the only thing that you know of off the top of your head. You could pick anything on that list. I can give you your options again if you want them again.
Yeah.
What is a dragon? Is it a dragon aberration?
Well, there's specifically dragons on the list.
Oh.
So you have the choice of aberrations, beasts, celestials, constructs, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, giants, monstrosities, oozes, plants, or undead.
Honestly, I probably will do
Any
the
of-
dragon one, because out of everything, that one does actually make the most sense.
It's planning for the long term.
Yeah.
You do get to choose a language if you want to, and there's quite a few that you can choose from. Abyssal, celestial. You could learn sign language if you want. Deep speech, draconic, dwarvish, giant, gnomish, halfling, infernal, orc. Those are your options.
Yo, learn infernal.
And primordial.
Or learn infernal or primordial so we can talk without Bob knowing.
Oh, what? That's fucked! Celestial?
I was
What do you
happy
want?
to do celestial, but like,
Dude, I know Celestial, so I'm gonna talk shit about you guys behind your backs.
I know celestial, my guy.
Fuck!
So what are you thinking? I can give you the list again if you want it, Friblin.
which one do they not have?
I don't think anybody has giant. I think doesn't somebody have dwarvish? Might not be
No.
dwarven.
We should do celestial just so we're not yelling our plans in common.
Yeah, that's true, that's true.
I mean, do all of you understand Elvish? You might all understand
I do
Elvish.
understand Elvish, but
I think my character is Elvish.
you don't understand Elvish?
Yeah, you can.
No.
You can.
I'm a tiefling. Why would I
I'm gonna
understand?
talk
Elvish?
shit about you.
Fine, I'll speak trash about you in primordial.
So you could learn Celestial so that you don't have to speak out loud, typically, unless something understands Celestial.
Yeah.
I learned giant. Fee, fi,
Come on,
fo,
man.
You can if
That's
you
not
want. It's up to you.
Giant, bro.
You can. Hey, it would have been useful a little while
Would have
back.
been useful earlier, but that's the first time we met someone that smoked
Hey, you
giant.
guys Go back and talk to the giant. You can.
We don't want to. Fuck those giants. We're gonna
Hey,
cook.
you don't know. Maybe they'll look for a veal this time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if we all know every language, then it would be more on like. It would make more sense.
No, I'm just saying, like, if
If you guys
we don't,
divided it up, you would be able to speak to more people. But also, if you picked one language that was different than common to all of you, you could also then just speak in it for your battle plans, and then the enemy wouldn't know it specifically. They'd only be able to gauge intent off of you.
yeah, we don't have any other language, other than common that we all three of us speak, which is the issue.
unless Bob speaks Abyssal. Abyssal's
I
pretty
don't speak.
common.
I don't speak.
But you
Abyssal.
don't?
Nope.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised. Usually tieflings do.
Well, then I guess I could just learn Celestial then.
You
I
wanna
don't
learn
think
Celestial?
a lot of people would know Celestial.
No, I feel
Only
like that's not.
only probably elves. Only elves probably.
Yeah, so I think we're good.
If at all.
Unless we meet someone who's like like a mage or something, but then that's like a rarity that they'll know Celestial.
Careful. You may want to talk to Lieutenant Hayes. He's in a tent down the road.
Sylvan would be the most
Just stay on the west side
uncommon,
of the
but I don't
overpass if
think
you don't wanna get
he has
shot.
that as an option because he might already know Sylvan.
Or if you just want to learn Primordial so we can shit talk Bob, that's also fun.
Let's just do Celestial, bro.
Yeah, so
I mean, there's a whole nother set of stuff that he can learn, and I think some of this might not even be possible. I don't know why some of these are listed here. I guess he could. I will just stick with the core rule ones. Those other ones, I'm not sure where they all come from, and or if they'll ever be useful. You didn't know. Because I don't know how useful knowing like kobold languages would ever be to you. Or Humblewood languages specifically.
Look at it. Shaves.
All right, I think Celestial's probably
I'm
the best
Lieutenant
bet,
Hayes of the
but
New
I'll
California
put
Republic.
Is that what you're
Army,
gonna go
5th
with, Phil, then,
Battalion, 1st
Celestial?
Company. What's your business?
Celestial it is?
Yeah.
Alright.
Where do you come from that you
Natural
haven't heard of the
Explorer.
NCR?
This basically is your favorite
Never mind,
terrain.
doesn't
You
matter
move
much.
better, you
If you
like
haven't heard of
make
us, you
survival
must
checks
not be
better
from
in
the
it, all
Legion.
that stuff. Your
Put
current
simply,
choice is Forest,
the
your first
NCR
one.
is the greatest
And you will
nation
have the following
currently
choices.
functioning.
Again, you can choose Arctic, Coast, Desert, Grasslands, Mountain, Swamp, or Underdark.
I mean, we
These
fight a
are
lot.
basically areas you are better in.
What? That's not Underdark though, right? Cave's not Underdark.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, Underdark's like an actual area.
Yeah, you have to. It's usually underground, but you have to usually go a decent chunk underground. Give those
Probably
choices again if you want them.
grasslands then.
So, just to make sure you have all the choices: Arctic, Coast, Desert, Grassland, Mountain, Swamp, Underdark.
Either like grassland or swamp.
I'm gonna fight
In terms of
Shrek.
pretty much, unless you're
Yeah.
going to go to one specific continent, which you would know this, desert's not very useful. Coast is generally pretty limiting. Arctic would be the area you came from, Frillman, if you wanted to ever pick that up. Grassland and forest would be Jaloria for the most part. Mountain would be pretty much anywhere that's a mountain. There's quite a few mountain ranges. Swamps, there's not that you know of off the top of your head a lot of swamps, but there could be a swamp somewhere.
Then
And Underdark, you just know that's somewhere underground.
I feel like if you want the biggest like range, or, like most coverage, you gotta go Underdark. 'Cause that's like insanely huge.
It's literally anywhere, basically underground. Essentially, if you go really far underground, it's everywhere underground. Underdark's the biggest coverage, and you also gain like abilities against creatures and stuff from the Underdark and things like that too.
Oh, okay.
So Underdark's pretty good for vastness, if you really want it. That's up to you. It's up to you.
I'll just do Underdark then.
Alright. I don't necessarily think you get anything else. I think that is everything for you. Let me just double check you don't have something optional here at the stage. No, you do not. Let me check your spells, because I'm sure you learn spells. Actually, I don't think you learned spells this level.
Damn.
Did he really not learn any? Let me just go to his character sheet and see if he learned spells. He may not have learned any spells. He might have just got spell slots. Yeah, So you didn't get any spells. So I guess that does do your level up, Frobin. Okay, we'll do
Fortnite.
we'll do Bob next, because Sonic, you're probably gonna go real fast, I'm sure. All right, Bob. I need you to roll me a d8.
Sure can. We now consist of 5 states that make
Oh
up
wow,
the greatest
everybody's
nation since the
so far so good.
Don't jinx it.
Caesar's Legion. A bunch
Oh,
of
Yeah, we're
you
gonna
don't
start
need more
rolling
hit
that
points, you're
one.
led by
fine.
a madman
You're
who calls
fine.
himself Caesar.
You move up to 42 hit points.
Every one
Bob.
of them is a barbarian to the last. I've even heard
Level
one of their leaders,
6,
the legate or something,
you don't have
goes
to pick
around with a
anything,
human
but you
skull
do
on
get
his head.
improved flair starting at
Savages to
6th
the
level.
last.
You can also use your warding flare feature when a creature that you can see within 30
Well, it's
feet
no secret.
of you attacks
Our
you.
interest here is twofold.
Attacks a creature other than
First,
you. I don't
we
know
want
what
to remain in
improved
control
flare
of
does
Hoover
beyond
Dam.
that, because I
It
haven't gone to
supplies
your
the
character
Republic
sheet.
with power,
So let me go to your character
and it's a
sheet
source
and
of
tell you.
fresh water.
Here.
Second, we want to prevent the Legion from advancing across the
look at me more
Colorado River and
details.
endangering the home states.
Oh, here we go.
I have some free time.
At first,
Ask
oh,
away.
I should make this bigger. This is way too tiny for me. Way too tiny
We're
on this
sitting out here,
screen.
as you can probably not much. They've taken to calling themselves powder gangers.
So, when you are
mostly because
attacked
they've
by a
taken to
creature
using
within 30
explosives
feet
meant
of
to
you that
clear
you can
boulders
see,
as weapons. They got
use your
everything
reaction
as
to
fast
impose
as I would've
disadvantage on
thought.
the attack
Most
roll.
of them, at least.
You have not used this
Thankfully, the
feature
small
at
group in
all,
town here seem to
causing
have split
lights
off from
to
the main
flare
force, so
before
they aren't getting
the
anything in the
attacker.
way of
You could
causing
do
it to
that?
basically miss. Yeah, so basically he could have done that
Most
in any
people
attack.
call it
Now he can do that for
NCRCF,
everybody.
that's
He can now do
NCR
that for
Correctional
anybody who's getting
Facility.
attacked.
A little bit ago, the convicts there staged a coup.
Yeah, that's
Killed the
something
guards
you
that
can
weren't
do.
able to escape.
Starting
And
at
have
6th
been
level, you can use that
ransacking the
warding
area
flare
since then.
feature when a creature that you see within 30 feet of you
Mission
attacks a
isn't a
creature
problem. The
other
problem
than
is
you.
the
So basically,
supplies.
you could just use that to
Convicts
pose
are better
disadvantage on
armed and
anybody.
organized
You have
than
Is
our
there a
own
limit on
generals
that?
suggested.
Three.
I'm trying to get some
3
reinforcements
for long
here,
rest.
maybe some guns with some firepower.
Guys,
but
this was just
shit.
this was just
Things are just
a
going
thing
slow.
that was put on me. All right, I don't know how to use it
I have
all.
some free.
Read your character sheets. It's important to read your character sheets.
Dude, I did read that a while ago. I forgot
Completely
about it.
forgot about it. Alright, let's see if you get any new spells. You do! You can prepare 1 new spell. And you can prepare that instantly right now. If you want.
Just pick Revivify.
Still use core, or is it core rules right now? Yeah, still use legacy ones until
I
we
already
get
have
out.
Revivify.
You have it prepared?
Yep.
Yes, he does.
I thought you didn't prepare it. Oh no, yeah, you just didn't use it because you.
I did. Nobody's
He
dead.
used it for fireball. He used it for fireball.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
In
Also,
retaliation.
someone we were close to death. We just had death ward.
What
so-
levels? Okay, I'm not doing it 3rd level because
Yeah, it's not worth.
it's not worth it at my level because I don't have 4th level spells yet. So let's do a 2nd or 1st.
You also probably want to refresh your page so that way everything up.
I already did, yeah.
Okay.
I can
Otherwise, you
animate
probably
dead.
wouldn't be able to.
We can like get that guy to just stand up for a little bit.
That's not what Animate Dead does.
That's not what it does, but yeah.
Yeah, of course. Is he
You can
burn?
control. He doesn't just stand up for a little bit. You can like control him.
Yeah, that's what standing
Yeah,
up is.
No, like not him. Like he either becomes like a mummy or a skeleton. It's not like you get the powers of whoever you're reanimating.
I'm gonna have to ask you something.
Or else we could just reanimate poor Alona's over there.
Do I not already have spiritual weapon? Oh shit.
I think you took it off for spirit, like the spirit guardian, if I recall.
Honestly, Spirit Guardians is so much.
Protect from poison.
So while you decide that, we'll do.
You can get
some-
poisoned. What a nerd. I'm immune to poison, baby.
What the fuck?
Alright, Sonic. Which class are you leveling up?
Should I do it or are you just doing it?
I can do it. And then you'll refresh
All right.
your page. and roll
I'm
it.
leveling up Paladin.
Okay, so Paladin is a D10 for you to roll.
All right. D&D Beyond's been good to me today. 7.
Oh, that's still not bad. Everybody did very well. That brings you up to 59 hit points, Sonic.
Let's get it.
And now you get to pick your Sacred Oath.
I'm gonna pick
Which- there's a lot.
I think it was vengeance.
I don't know why this. Okay, yeah. So that's the old one. You can also pick from the new ones, I would say, because you're gonna have that option shortly anyway. So if there's a new one you'd want, there is Conquest, Glory, Redemption, and Watchers in the expanded rules.
All right, give me a second. Let me just look through them all real quick.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
We won't go
Watchers.
quiet. The Legion can count on that.
No.
I want to prepare this as a ritual.
You know what? Vengeance sounds a lot better. I'm gonna go vengeance.
You're just gonna go Vengeance? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go vengeance.
Okay. I believe that's your only thing. You probably are gonna get some spells you can pick too.
Yeah, I think I get like my divine channel divinity things and stuff.
Yeah, so I put that there. If you refresh, you should be able to see on it. Yeah, so when you reach 3rd level, you swear the oath that binds you to the paladin forever. You can use this ability.
Immune to disease, baby.
Your oath allows you to channel divinity to fuel magical effects. Each channel. Okay, this is just telling you what that is. Other spells. Each oath has a list of spells. Okay, so yeah, you basically know what you kind of get there. And I believe you will get like I think it's a spell. Maybe you get 2.
I get one.
no.
I get one level plus slot.
So, I'm gonna.
And I get Hunter's Mark. Yeah, let's go.
You can take Hunter's Mark if you want. Oh no, you just get it.
I just get it. Yeah.
So now you can just choose whether you're gonna Hex or Hunter's Mark something, basically.
Yeah.
Although Hunter's Mark, I think Hex is probably the better most of the time, unless you're gonna track something.
Alright. Would you rather have enhanced ability or
Sanctuary kind of clutch.
Sanctuary will protect you from like attacks.
Yeah.
But not like.
Yeah, and so not
An
AoE.
enhanced ability will. I mean, I can give you bull strength. That's probably.
Well, my strength is pretty good. It's why we like if you want to like give yourself that to avoid like spell save, like do better in spell save DC stuff, saving throws.
I'll probably just do sanctuary.
That's why I go if you like if I'm surrounded or like if Philbin's surrounded by like enemies, cast it on him or even literally on yourself.
You're gonna be the one who's surrounded.
True. Well, I can take care of myself.
How do I add rituals?
Oh, you have to add the spell. You have to prepare a spell that has a ritual. It just means that if you cast it as a ritual, right, it doesn't cost you a spell slot.
But don't I got a ritual?
You have to prepare it still. You still have to prepare it though.
Oh, that's cool.
I think it's a cleric, because I think wizard's the only one that has the effect where they always have any ritual spell that they know.
Oh, I also get Bane, so I have everything now. I have Hex, I have Bane, I have Bless.
Yeah, you're just the ultimate of being able to put anything on anybody.
Just lack the spell slots to do it. Especially if I wanna like divine smite.
A lot of the reason you lack the spell slots is because you're 3 and 3.
Yeah.
You're effectively just a level 3 character,
but that didn't...
with a little more power.
Yeah. But I think it's gonna be worth it. Yeah, I think it'll be worth it. Come on.
Robin's starting to contest you for hit points, though.
Yeah, he is.
He's at 54.
Yeah.
You're at 59.
Doesn't have the AC though. That's what you need. That AC.
Yeah, his AC is what's gonna do him in. I mean, Bob broke 40 at least, so.
for now.
I'm definitely gonna say I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna break at least 100. I mean, if you're a wizard, you sometimes don't even break 100.
That's true.
Clerics actually will end up. Everybody here will end up with a decent chunk of hit points at the end. So.
Oh, I have Shield of Faith.
Hold on, I'm thinking.
I can prepare Shield of Faith for myself.
Wait, Relay on Hands will also go that way. See that.
So, okay, so with the Ritual Caster, if I have a ritual on a piece of paper, then I can add it to my ritual book. That's
Say that
what
again?
I'm at least reading. It says if I come across a spell in written form, such as a magical spell scroll or a wizard's spell book, you might be able to add it to your ritual book.
Yeah. You actually have one ritual spell you can add that you never added.
I do? It says I
Yeah.
only have 2 though.
At the bottom, you have Ritual Caster, and you could have learned a bunch of stuff, a couple things.
Well, when I click the first 2, it won't let me. It only gives me like a few.
Yeah, but you have one spell thing, and you have like Detect Magic you can learn as a ritual. Meld into Stone, Purify Food and Drink, Silence Water Walking.
Feign Death, that's right.
That's under Features and Traits down at your feet. You never picked one of your choices.
Yeah. We're doing 2014 core, right?
I would say eventually they're all going to be switched over to core rules anyway. Here. So, which basically what I got to do is I got to sit down at some point, and just go through every character sheets and figure out what needs to be changed and what doesn't.
I'm gonna add more. But it keeps adding more spells.
Oh wait, is this the list that allows you? Okay. I see. Wait, it got rid of another spell. That's weird. Oh, I see. Okay, I think this is... Okay, sorry. No, you do not want another spell there. I think this is the one that allows you to do it from the book. What it is.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. So, yeah, you can only learn a handful anyway. Sorry, my bad. It's a little confusing on D&D Beyond about that, but yeah.
I want to be able to put spells into my into the book.
Yo, my Leon,
I can only
my Leon
put
hands gone up.
rituals though.
Yeah, that's what I said, Sonic. You're up to 15.
And also I have a Abjure Enemy, Vow of Enmity.
I'm gonna have to.
Nice.
We're gonna have to stop at the magic magician. I need to get Argui or whatever it is as a.
That's gonna be a whole debacle that you're gonna have to solve too.
Cause it only can add. I can only add rituals to it.
But I mean,
It only will let me add rituals.
kinda have a problem. You don't have an Arlonus to return with.
We'll say he's still fighting monsters. I don't care.
We killed 2 of them.
But
Watch
no, yeah.
one more, right?
I'll probably have to talk to someone to get me that ritual, because I want to be able to talk to my god without having to like use divine intervention to get them to get here.
To be honest, if you rolled Divine Intervention to talk with them, they probably would just talk with you regardless if you succeeded or not.
I honestly, knowing me, I'd probably do that. I'd probably use divine intervention like late at night. Can't
It'd be the
sleep.
worst use case of it, but yeah.
Well, but then I'm going into a long rest. I think it'd be fun.
7 days after successful.
Oh shit, never mind.
It's only if you fail you get to do it every night.
We go into seven long rests in a row.
and then I'll get it back.
I guess if you're like not in any time sensitive scenario, I guess you could.
I'm just telling you now. Once I get divine intervention, even if I use it in a battle, it's gonna be the stupidest battle that we could have beat within seconds.
Could be.
All right.
I'm gonna freak out and just pop divine intervention.
All right. Let's do our long rest if everybody's happy with their level up. Because I think
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Okay. Who's gonna take first
two
watch
more
for the
levels.
long
Two more
rest?
levels, and I'm actually good.
I don't want ceremony. What the fuck? I'm thinking because I might remove burning hands. Because I'm gonna change.
Yeah, you're
spells.
usually not. You're not supposed to be in close range anyway.
Yeah, I'm not. I was probably gonna get a buff, another buff, and then I can buff Swamic as much as possible.
He's also got to find a way to like train himself in crossbows too at some point, so he can actually or fire.
You should be buffing Philbin. I think Philbin does more damage than me.
I think the only reason Frelbin can do more damage is because Hunter's Mark plus two attack.
I don't think he does more damage, bro. You do like.
I feel like it's just like
500
overall,
dice.
not per attack though.
I think Frelbin does consistent damage over a long time in the fight, whereas Swamic can deal big in 1 or 2 turns types of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I get my divine smites off and stuff.
Because Swamic basically just stacks a bunch of damage if he can get them off, whereas Frelbin always does a D8 and a D6 every time he hits.
I mean,
And he
I can do that now
land twice
too.
with them.
Okay, I can do that now too. That's all I'm saying.
But also, if he pulls out
I only
short
attack one
swords,
time.
he can do 3 times. He can attack 3 times. So that's
Yeah.
that is how many that's 6 D6s.
I'm
If he
trying to.
hits all of them.
I don't know what
I was
it was that brought
considering,
you to Prim, youngster, but you might want to
dual
rethink your
wielding,
plans.
since I don't need a
Town's
shield
gone to
anyway.
hell.
That would have been sick.
Want to play a game of Hurricane? I'm probably gonna get rid of
Well-
guidance because I don't really like guidance.
I'll answer what I can.
All right.
Isn't that something you can't get rid of? Because like cantrip or
No, I
can you
can.
not? Well,
That's
let's do our
what we
long
are.
rest and then we can.
Well, no.
This
Why would
here
you get?
little
Why would you get rid
casino
of guidance?
Brought some cash
Because I don't use
and
it.
bodies into the town.
Why
before
haven't
the
you been
Protestants
using it?
came.
Exactly.
You have
They can't
guidance?
rush us without eating
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
good
he is-
bit of
he's
hot
got
lead. But we are in a
Every
kind
time
of
we have
box
a spell
Guess
check,
this
just
is a
cast guidance.
fitting
It's
place
free.
for that, isn't it?
It's literally.
I reckon
free.
that if they
It's
thought
such a
hard
really
enough about
creature
it,
chooses-
they'd realize they got
choose a
more
skill.
I have
bodies
to
Until
than
the
touch
we
spell
you, though.
ends, the creature
But
adds
for
1d4 to
we're
the
safe
build
enough
check.
in
Yeah,
here.
but if like, let's say Frelbin's lock picking something, right? You can just give him a
Ask away.
d4 towards it. If you're
It's
standing
an
right
old
next to
hotel
it.
and
You gotta
casino
read
here
your.
in
You
town.
gotta read your. You gotta read your character sheet.
right.
Rent out
You're
rooms there that she
right.
took off months
Yeah.
ago.
Okay, I'll keep
Across the
guidance.
way from
Guidance
the
is
Vicky and
really
Vance,
good.
the other old casino. Can't miss it.
Anytime Ken says roll for something, just cast. Say,
I guess
cast
I don't
guidance.
have anywhere better to be.
Yeah, and unless you're basically not logically there, you can just
Gangers,
cast it. and it'll just work.
gangsters, all sounds
I
like
was gonna
trouble to
get
me.
resistance.
I don't think resistance is really that great overall.
Johnson Nash is my name.
I just wanted something.
Husband
All right,
to Ruby.
long rest
Because I
time.
think
Lived in
I think
Prim
it's the
going on
opposite,
8
if I
years
recall,
now.
right?
Thick
It
and
reduces
thin.
a creature by
I'm a
D4.
trader primarily.
Yeah, and you have to
For
touch
what
that
it's worth,
creature
things
to
like
reduce it
they
by
are.
D4.
I also run the local
Alright,
Mojave
so who's taking
Express
first watch?
outpost.
I'll take first watch.
Okay.
Well, I don't got any work right now.
So for you,
I'd
I need
say.
you to make a perception check.
What the fuck
I'll
is
tell
that
you
one?
whatever I can. You have a delivery order you can show me?
Oh, never mind. 6.
Oh.
Okay.
We're talking about one of them.
I guess you're distracted with the 4
That
revolvers
job
you
had
now
strange written all over it. But we couldn't
rather
turn
than
down
paying
the
attention
cat.
to anything going on. Who's gonna do second watch? Just so I know.
Well, now
what
that
it
you
is.
mentioned it, a few nights back, one of the
I'll do
townies was out scavenging for supplies.
So,
We're gonna get
so
you.
like,
He said he
despite
saw a fellow with a daisy suit come
not
through
really
with
paying
some of them
attention,
great con
you're kind of
misfits.
surprised when
They was
Bob is
talking
finally
about a
awake
chick.
for the watch, and you realize you basically didn't look for anything.
Oh yeah, nothing happened. Good night.
All right, Bob, go ahead and roll.
Well, for that, your
what was
best
it?
bet is going to be talking to Deputy
perception check.
Spiegel. Since they came to town, he was keeping a good bit of notes on them, and he was slinking around Bison Steve when your pretty boy friend came through.
12.
He may have heard where they were going.
All right. Still rather peaceful.
Great.
Nothing a whole lot going on. So now you're gonna tag off to the last person because you actually have to do 3 unless you guys want to
That
spend 4
cowboy
hours
robot
each
had
up,
us
which I
hire
don't think
6
you all want to do.
couriers.
Frobin, you're
Each
gonna be
was
the last
carrying
one. I need a
something a
perception
little
check from you.
Pair of
Alright,
dice,
D20.
chess piece, that kind of stuff.
E20.
Last
and
word I
think
have
you're
in the
+5?
office, it looked like payment had been received for the other
I
5 jobs.
have an 8.
Guess it was just your chip
13?
that didn't make it.
Okay.
First deadbeat we hired to do the
For the
job.
most part, uneventful. I mean, aside from you notice at the top of the pillar, which I assume Bob is still at the top of the pillar, lots of restless movements from Bob.
Yeah.
And on that note, Bob, you find yourself at the edge of those woods again. You feel different. The figure that you saw before stands before you with a smile. And the only word you really hatch is the words, "Now you're ready to return. To save us."
Canceled.
And then your dream ends. It's that quick. It's just a flash.
Return the slab.
And in that instance, you get a couple flashes in your dreams. The area around where you first arrived in Jaloria, you recognize an oddly specific circular area in the woods. You camped there a lot. Directly to the west stands 2 trees. There's a slight distortion between the 2 trees as it goes up to a hill. You recall now that that is the hill that you fell down when you first arrived in Jaloria. At that point, suddenly you are awoken by Frillman saying that it's been 8 hours.
Hope a storm from the divide
Wake up, bitch!
skins him
It's
alive.
time to go. Smell the roses.
Well,
And all
that's
of
where
you complete a
came
long
in.
rest.
Nope, different fella, bigger. Had himself a face on a screen,
Nice.
and he talked more like you or me.
I'm gonna start sorting my spells.
Don't go getting yourself shot.
At this point also, since you guys are probably getting everything ready, you've probably looked at your hands and realized by now the markings are gone on your hands. Completely.
A temporary tattoo's faded, guys.
There's no marking of the eyes. Which would also mean that if you have the shadow muffs and stuff on, you guys would know what to do with that information. Put them on, switch them out for other attunements, whatever you guys want to do. Bob, you can now officially swap any of your spells, and so can you Storm, because you have the prepared one. So,
Yeah,
you guys want to prepare anything completely different? No. You can?
Is fucking always
Yeah, so you just have it if you want to use it ever.
meaning I can't get rid of it to get a different spell.
Nope.
I was gonna do a Shield of Faith.
No.
Don't need concentration for that.
Given the time, I'm gonna say that following long rest is where it's going to end for this session. I know it was mostly a glorified level up session, but
We're just also us arguing over.
yeah.
No, nuh-uh. I don't know what you're talking about.
So you guys can obviously prepare any spells you want because you guys have a long rest. Make sure you guys have your full hit points. Frobin, I'll hit the button for you so you get your full rest.
Alright, thank you.
Then you guys will have to figure out what you're doing At this point, you would know that it's probably getting close to the festival date. You just don't know exactly because you don't know how many times the sun's gone down since you've been down.
Yes, it's cool. I can't wait for the festival. Honestly, only thing I'm hyped for. I want to fight in that arena again. Get some money.
You also have the slab now. You guys can fight the slab next time if you want.
I'm telling
Try
you.
to.
Yeah.
Fucking, I have that bag of tricks. I'm gonna get all of them. I'm telling you, and I'm gonna have an army of monsters, or just an army of rats. You never know. Maybe I roll down ones every time.
If you've just played a shepherd druid.
Hey, army of rats is pretty good. You never know,
If you
man.
played a shepherd druid, you could just conjure creatures into existence.
But I'm a cleric. I don't know.
True, you are a cleric.
This is my first D&D campaign. Give me a minute.
Yeah. But I mean, you could have just played a shepherd druid and just conjured things.
I am.
You know, if you ever made it to level 20, you could get real like shapeshift and stuff like that, and transform into a real dragon or something like that if you wanted.
That would have been cool. I should have probably done that.
You would have to also get to level 20 though.
That's true. I'd probably die before you.
Yeah. Maybe. Maybe.
Oh, I think my character is gonna go. Hey, Swamik, why don't I get the potions?
No.
I'm the healer after all. If I hold
Yeah,
on
but
to the
potions are the
potions,
the potions should be used by
they'll
people being
stay
healed.
safe, and I can deliver the potions to whoever needs them.
What if you're knocked out? That should be the question. What if you're knocked out, Bob, and you desperately need the healing potion, and someone else can just run over and pop it in without sorting your inventory?
That's true. How about we split the potions?
I'll give you the regular potions.
I'm fine with that.
Alright, I give Bob.
I was gonna buy a bunch of regular potions anyway.
Alright, then you don't need them. You have
Well,
more
no,
gold than me.
if
I give you
I
the extra
have-
100 gold.
my
I give you
point
the extra
was-
100 gold.
Okay. An extra 100 gold. Okay.
No. I'm saying when we split, I give you the 100 gold. That's the potion.
Oh, that's bullshit.
All right. I'll see y'all next time.
Alright,
Also,
see
turns
y'all.
out I'm immune to diseases.
Seriously?
Yeah. Can't be
So, since we're ending the session here, I need to ask one question. For date-wise, 28th, good or a bad date for somebody?
Bad date.
Okay, well I guess that answers that question. So that means probably the 4th will be the next one. 21st is definitely bad for me.
All right.
So we will skip the 28th since then.
Parties to go to on the 28th.
I kind of had a feeling that possibly you might because it's between the two holidays. See, I'm doing everything a week early for a lot of my stuff because I technically work 30th and 31st. So I took my time for Christmas instead of New Year's. So.
Alrighty. I was gonna check something on my character sheet, and then we started talking about this, and I forgot it.
We're gonna check that ability that I said that you had.
Oh, that's what I was
The
gonna
Warden
check.
Flare.
'Cause he said no. He said he. I already checked that. I didn't care. I'm probably never gonna use it. I'm gonna be honest. I was gonna
Real
check
question.
if I had a cure, whatever, poison, or whatever he said.
You don't have any immunities or anything. I think you have a spell that might allow you to like heal from it.
But no,
You
I
definitely
thought
don't
I
have
had
any
it.
resistances.
I didn't remember if I had it set as a ritual, so I wanted to check that. So I didn't have it set, and he already had.
Okay. Also, the only other defense person that has something is Frillin with magic or defense against magic. And also, I've just realized this whole time I forgot to remove from a while back. Frillin's poisoned. There, he's no longer poisoned. I left that on.
Oh, didn't I heal him? I thought I healed him.
Yeah, you healed him a long while ago. I just never unmarked it from a sheet. It didn't matter because he wasn't rolling with D&D Beyond anyway. If he was rolling with D&D Beyond, it would have mattered. But, yeah. I also left Ted poisoned for a long time. So, or Fred.
You mean Fred.
That's now. Yeah, Fred.
Also, quick question. I'm just looking ahead to this. we can get a feat at 4th level, right? Instead of the ability score.
Yes. Yes, because I think Bob took a feat, if I recall, and I don't think Frill took a feat.
Can I do the? Are we allowed to do the expanded rules ones?
Yes, because by the time it matters for you, we will be in the expanded stuff and the new core rules. So yes.
I'm totally getting Aberrant Dragon Mark. That should expire.
And also, at some point, you can technically acquire feats through things in game. So like things like alert and things like that can be awarded to you just because you've been that way.
Well,
I'm gonna switch my character from defending myself to buffing Swamic as much as possible and then hiding behind it.
Yeah.
Well, now you should have played a bard.
I'm
There you
gonna
go.
buff him as much as possible and heal him as much as possible, and then I'm gonna be throwing down creatures every so often, so then they can do some work for me, and I don't have to do anything.
I gotta find a way to get the great weapon fighting feat. Practice with my fucking great sword.
I was looking for a spell that would buff your attacks,
Alright.
but I couldn't find it.
Oh, what was I saying? Bob, I need you to roll for your crossbow.
Oh, let's go.
Maybe you'll get a charge back.
You go into
Wait.
Here, I'll roll for you.
Well, no, I got
On
it.
my
What
dice.
is the roll?
It's still a DC 19. It did not improve. It's an intelligence saving throw. No,
8.
sorry, an intelligence check. Which I think is the same
Oh.
check.
Okay.
It's still the same. So it'd still be an 8.
Yeah, let's go with an 8.
But
I got an 18. So
You still wouldn't have got it either way.
it's whatever.
Wait, you're not proficient in martial. It's a martial weapon, right?
Yeah, he can't like reload it. He has to take a whole action to reload the thing.
Is it a martial weapon?
It's a heavy crossbow. So that's not a martial thing. So yeah, no, basically he's got to load it with 2 hands. It's very heavy, and yeah, he basically has to take a whole action to reload it.
The crossbow is strictly for like Swamic. You are like the outside of the tank. I am the inside of the tank. I shoot the gun. That is it.
Gotcha.
So you block.
I just do want to point out that the only person who could benefit from using this crossbow at all, in terms of normal use case, would be Frilbin if he spent the time to learn how to use a heavy crossbow.
Yeah.
Because
Could I
he's the
spend
only
the
one with a
time?
high enough intelligence to actually like restore it.
All right.
I mean, I wouldn't mind a
Alright,
heavy
this is long
crossbow.
enough.
That'd
I'll
be
talk to y'all later.
interesting.
No.
See you soon.
All right, yeah, I'm out. Oh wait, I need you need to add the revolver eventually to my inventory.
Yeah, I'll have to add that revolver. I'll have to figure out all 4 of the specific revolvers that. So like I have to figure out which exact one was the damaged one. I know which one it was in his like pouch, but I have to figure out exactly which one that is. So.
Imagine he accidentally used the one that damages.
Well, no, the one that you have is the one that's bent, which is the one that's in the was in his 3rd slot. So I know which slot it was in. I just don't know which weapons he had fired.
All right. Well, I'm out of here.
All I know is that the 2 that he dropped was not the one that explodes. So
Okay.
that's the only one I know that he did not have in his first 2 slots.
Oh, okay.
So.
It was fun. I'll see you guys next time.
Alright, see you next time.
See ya.
See ya. And now there's a new one.
Right
Do you have
now.
any level up questions, I guess?
No, I'm just in the middle of a gunfight.
Okay. Yeah. I gotta work on some stuff, sadly. Well, actually, I'm not in too bad of a state on it, but it's like... I do gotta work on a few things. There goes the music bot. Or music guy, I guess, because technically it's not a bot. But, you know, oh well. I do gotta figure out... I basically gotta finish this one project, just about. Well, not really finish it. It's... I don't know.
that.
It's gonna be. It's not like I'm that far. I literally just probably have to copy paste this code in. This from my previous thing that I did, and I'm done.
Yeah.
I think. Maybe I'll see if I'll do that real fast. And see how bad this is. Wait, do I have two of the exact same thing open? Oh, no. I thought I did. Let me just see how bad this is. I mean, you probably are still gonna just play Fallout anyway, right?
Yeah, for right now, I'm just kind of playing Fallout and streaming.
Got you now.
Doesn't really change much at all if I were to say that maybe we'll play something, but if you're doing that, then
I've actually streamed quite a bit of it so far. I got to Prim. Oh, and it being in the middle of shot at.
It's been so long since I've touched it.
It's fucking.
It's been so long.
My buddy Jaden modded the shit out of it.
I have it on disc. The last time I played it on a disc. That's how long it's been. I don't remember the last time I had a CD drive. Yeah, so it's been a while. It's been a while for that game for me.
Fuck yeah. I just cut the stream because I've been